You here say, I think anyone in their 30s, Destiny, how old are you by chance?
I am actually in my 30s.
Wow, that's crazy. Who pursues an 18 or 19-year-old. Wait, how old is Jade again? I think it's actually 19 by chance.
I think she was 18 or 19 at the time.
I think that's actually crazy. Then somebody, obviously referring to the Destiny Jade stuff, says, is there any evidence he's pursuing her? The evidence you cite is any girl he has coming around on his stream frequently he is pursuing. I just broke it down piece by piece how exactly the allegation here was made.
But you literally forgot the part where I said I hope that's not happening this time. It's not an allegation.
Let's rerun. Let's say I did the whole Prime thing, but at the end of the stream I just said, but I hope maybe this time it's not the case. Would that just wipe away all that? No, it wouldn't.
I literally didn't accuse him, though. I was explaining why I was suspicious of it.
Anna is caught in 8K Blu-ray high definition, imploring me on her stream over and over again, just go after somebody your own age. Why don't you go after somebody your own age? It's immoral to go after somebody without their brain fully developed.
Like, I don't even care. Like, go after people your own age. Just go after people your own age. Like,
Why with people whose brains aren't even done, like, anywhere near done being developed?
Are you not accusing me here of going after Jade?
I mean, I thought you were.
So you were accusing.
Wait, so what are you denying?
So you're lying right now. You're lying right now.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, I didn't accuse him publicly.
This was literally on your stream.
This is on stream. Wait, you just said you did. Wait, you just said you didn't do it.
education?
You just said you didn't do it though.
Yeah, I don't, because
But you
I
just
use
said
what
you
I've
do.
learned.
But you just admitted you did it. You just said I don't do it, and but then
You're
said
a fucking manipulative piece of shit. Holy shit, you are
don't-
toxic as fuck.
You
You're
are, Dylan.
literally trying to manipulate me right now in 4K.
Crazy.
How
man.
dare you?
He is a manipulator.
Kinda
I have
fun,
seen him
though.
do this before.
Yeah, I
You're
do it all the
literally
time.
manipulating me, just
Am
like
I?
he is. No wonder
Wow.
why you two, you're both fucking abusive as hell. Oh my god.
Hey, to be clear, I'm the victim though. He groomed me. Remember? Hey Anna, how's it going? Hey, I felt really hurt when you said that I was being disingenuous in my talk with Destiny. Because I felt I was being super honest. Anna, but you said things that were not true multiple times. That's the problem, man. You said things that were not true. Whether it was about the condoms, or all the times you said you wouldn't cover it again, or any of the others, or that Destiny was grooming Jade. Me and Jade are like decent friends. Like that's like a. That not only does that infantilize Jade, but there's also like an accusation with zero evidence. The first time I started going on Destiny's stream, I was like 18. Was he grooming me because I went on his stream a ton back in the day? Because he is bisexual. Because there's as much evidence to prove that he was grooming Jade as there was to prove that he was grooming me. I'm not a liar. What the fuck? Stop. Anna, I said you said things that weren't true. I didn't even call you a liar. Which is just true. I could call you a liar. You said I was disingenuous. Okay. Was what you said about condoms true or not true? Was what you said about grooming true or not true? Was what you said for the 6th or 7th time when you said you wouldn't cover it again true or not true? I could keep going. These are only a few things. What are you talking about grooming? Jade. Jade is a boss. Somebody send me the tweet. Somebody send me the tweet. We had it earlier. You can look at it again if you want. But I mean, like, this is the thing. You're playing fast and loose with the facts constantly for over a year. Here it is, right here. I think anyone in their 30s who pursues an 18 or 19-year-old is being predatory. I have stated this multiple times when discussing topics of grooming, and the research on 10 years age gap isn't a surprise. Is there any evidence he's pursuing her? I haven't seen anything, but perhaps I'm missing something. Any girl he has come on his stream frequently, he is pursuing. This is something I came to find out about, but I hope maybe this time it isn't the case. You accused him of grooming Jade, a grown adult. She's as old as me. Well, I thought he was. But you had no evidence. Anna, you have no evidence. If I said right now that AnaVoir is actually a rapist, I think she's raping so-and-so. And then like a few months later, I'm just like, oh, well, I didn't have any evidence. I just thought it, you know? Like, you gotta understand, like, what, like, other people are seeing here. You didn't have any evidence for it, and you just threw it out there. How am I supposed to, like, believe your word when you're playing this fast and loose with the facts, man? But where did I accuse him of it? Any girl he has come on stream frequently, he is pursuing. Any girl he comes around on his stream frequently, he is pursuing. In response to somebody asking if you have evidence that he is pursuing Jade and grooming her, and you had none. So your only evidence is, Jade has come on stream a few times. And I said, I hope that isn't the case. But you asserted that it was the case. Okay? Any girl he comes around on his stream frequently is pursuing. Me and you both know that Jade was going on Destiny stream all the time to play that Viking game, right? I saw it. You were asserting that because Jade went on to Destiny stream frequently, he was grooming her. This just isn't true. There's no evidence. And you asserted it. You're like, well, I hope it isn't the case. But you can't just throw that out there and be like, well, it is what it is. DGG was literally saying it though, and they're usually right. What do you mean DGG? Wait, if DGG is usually right, Anna, then what if they're right about you? And number two, I don't care if you say somebody else said this or somebody else said it. You repeated it. And I didn't see DGG going around accusing Destiny of grooming. I didn't see that. I didn't. I was there. Me and Jade are tight. I didn't see anything. And even if they were, what I suspect was the case is there's a few people poking fun. I'm going to be honest. And tons of them were saying he was trying to sleep with her. So Anna, do you think they were being serious or do you think they were joking? And let's say they were being serious. That does not excuse you at all. That does not excuse you, Anna. I didn't say that it did. Okay. So, Anna, what would you call this? I also said I was wrong. Okay. But Anna...
Occurred is occurred.
And like, this is something I've had to confront in my own life too. Like, if you're saying stuff like this, or with the condom, or a bunch of stuff that just ends up being completely wrong, right? Like, how am I supposed to like trust like anything I literally do not lie. Anna, are you saying you don't have the capacity to lie, or you just don't lie, period? Anna, everyone lies. I lie. Everyone lies to some extent. The question is, what will people lie about? No, not big shit like this. Okay, so then if anything, then that's even like, it possibly is worse because that means you convinced yourself that he was grooming Jade as a boss. So have me on voice, Anna. Call me out then. Anna, I can call you out from right here. Anna, I have been a lot kinder. Don't call me a fucking liar. So what do you call it when you say something that's just 100% not true?
Occurred is occurred.
And you assert it for months. What do you want me to say? You spread disinformation? You said things that were factually incorrect multiple times on the same topic? You didn't assert it for months? This you didn't assert for months. The condom stuff, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the only time you've asserted. I'm lying? Anna, shut the fuck up. So you're not lying, but I'm lying.
I'm sorry, it's not you, it's the hype train.
Show proof, you fucking liar. Anna. Destiny said bring her on? Prove it. Prove Destiny said that. I will fight you on this. Well, Anna, with my boxing credit. I'm kidding. We don't. You know what, Anna? I'll set up you versus Destiny boxing match. How about that? He did? He did say it? Okay. Ah, fuck. Okay, Anna. Jump in Human Rights Council. Or jump in call-ins. You know how to get in my Discord. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Why not? Also, let me be clear. White tears don't work on me, okay? I've never dated a white woman. Those tears don't work on me. I'm just saying it right now. Hey, Anna.
Did that work? Okay.
I can hear you. Okay.
Oops. Sorry, I'm echoing. Hold on one sec. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna look at chat.
A curd
Okay.
is a curd.
It's a good idea. Looking at chat's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I don't even look at my own chat.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Somebody gifted me a subscription. Thank you. Whoever gifted me a subscription.
Okay. So, Anna,
Okay.
I have mostly stayed off of this until, like,
Yeah.
the thing happened on CTV's panel.
Yeah.
Anna, the more I look into this and the more I
Yeah.
research,
Okay.
the worse it looks for you. I don't
Why?
understand how you're continuing this crusade after
I don't
so
understand
long.
how it looks bad for me. I feel like it looks really bad on Destiny though.
Because,
Doesn't it?
Anna,
Look, maybe I'm
nobody
just
agrees
crazy.
with you.
I mean, I'm willing to accept that. Maybe I'm just fucking crazy. I don't know.
That might
I
be
mean,
something you might have to accept.
But how do you fix crazy? I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know.
How do
I
you?
mean, I
well,
don't think it looks bad.
I mean, crazy can be fixed in a few. I mean, like, for example, I did a lot of therapy in my youth. I had a depression and other things I had to deal with. And I know that you say constantly that you go to therapy.
Yeah, I go to therapy weekly.
Now, that's actually one thing. Before we get into any of these other things, but like, how much do you really tell your therapist about this, and from what perspective have they talked about it? Is it just from you? Because you tell that,
No,
like, your
because I know
your therapist constantly kind of like agrees with you,
Right, of course.
right?
Of course, I know that.
Do you really think
course.
have you presented them all this information, really?
I've presented a fuck ton of information, honestly.
Did you
I
tell
tried to
them
do-
that what'd you tell them about the condom thing, for example? Did you tell them that you said publicly that Destiny pressured you to not use a condom, but what really happened is he was streaming and talking about condoms, and you sent him a DM, had a private conversations about condom usage, then he said, hey, I'd actually be cool using or not using a condom at
Why
the end of the
are you
day?
mad at me for feeling like he was trying to convince me?
Because he wasn't.
how
He
are you
wasn't.
gonna
You
tell me
went
that
into
my
his
feelings
DMs
are
because you
wrong?
misrepresented it and tried to use. And I have a personal history with like rape and like sexual assault, and so it angers me when I see people use those themes
How
to try to
dare
attack
you?
somebody's
How
character.
fucking dare you try and tell me that my fucking
don't care.
feelings are wrong?
Well, they
Don't
are,
you
so
dare.
I don't care. They are wrong.
Yeah? Well, fuck that. Because you know what? He
What?
did try and convince me.
But it's just he was talking
And I
about it
will
on stream, and
die.
you send
I
him
will fucking
DMs.
Die.
You send him
saying it.
DMs. You will die. Well, then you'll die on a lost cause. You'll be like the Confederacy.
Good. You can't shut me up.
I'm not shutting you up. I brought you onto my stream. What do you mean shutting you
You
up?
can't fucking shut me up.
I did say
will
it
go
shut
on
you
about
up.
this
How
until I
dare you.
die.
I brought you on
did try and
stream.
convince me.
But there's no evidence to
I
convey
posted
that.
the evidence on my
And the
stream
evidence was
today.
bullshit because
What do you mean
you.
it was bullshit?
Okay, is it true or not
I
true
believe
that you
Israel
sent
and
him a
Palestine will
message
settle
once he
their
was
differences
talking
before
about it
this
in
drama
stream?
reaches the
Because
finale.
it bothered me.
So
Because he was
you-
going on about how like he hates condoms and shit.
So then after you message him and he is talking about it, you have a private conversations about condom usage, and he ends that conversation with the idea like, at the end of the day, I'll wear a condom, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because
I
posturing
agree.
and
I
trying to
agree with
fucking
Destiny's
convince
takes on
me.
condoms, by the way. But that doesn't mean I pressured
Okay,
anybody
well,
I've been in a
you're fucked
relationship.
up too, then. Anyone who agrees with those condom takes, I'm sorry, but you're creepy as fuck.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
Now
you're
you
creepy as
calling somebody else creepy is, I think, something else. But like
Really?
I can
Oh yeah.
look.
Why don't you?
I
where's
am
the
allowed. Look,
stalking?
number one,
Yeah.
my
Where's the-
personal,
how am I stalking Destiny?
my
Proof.
personal sex life, right, is my business when it comes to condom usage, right? Would you agree with
Right.
that? Okay.
Right.
So
He puts it
Destiny.
out on stream.
Yes, the difference is Destiny talks about it on stream. He gives his opinions on it. Then you go to pursue a conversation about that in his DMs. So you pursued the conversation with him. Once you pursue a conversation with him, he then tells you his position again, and then ends the conversation with, "But I'll still wear condoms because, you know, I understand that, da-da-da-da-da." That 100% is like just a responsible conversation. He didn't even need to say that at the end of it, but he did it anyway to be responsible. If anything, he was more responsible than I would have been in that conversation.
Okay, wait. Why do you mention why do you mention the fact that I DM'd him first? What does that matter?
Because if I wanted to pressure somebody into like not using condoms, I would be the one going to them and saying, "Hey, I really hate condoms. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about why condoms are bad." It's not usually somebody comes to you to then talk about that topic. If I was going to pressure somebody into sex, it's not usually they come to me and then like to talk about like having sex with me. So it's going to be hard for him to pressure you into having sex or like pressure you to not use a condom when you're the one messaging him. Like why? How that doesn't show it. There's no intent there.
The term pressure, but I said I shouldn't have used that term. I should have said convinced.
Okay, so but you do
Which are
realize like the
very
difference.
different words.
Yeah, very
They're
different, right?
Hugely different words.
If I heard, because when I hear somebody pressured somebody right into like not using a condom, that's like rapey territory. That's like weird. Like you're trying to make people do shit that they're not uncomfortable.
I mean, I think it's creepy, but I don't agree that it's rapey because it's not about consent to sex.
When I say rapey, right? I mean you're pushing into territory where you're trying to make people do stuff that they're not uncomfortable with, and you're trying to push around their consent that they're not willing to give. That's what I mean by rapey. I don't mean it's actually rape.
Oh, okay, all right.
Right? And so for me, that word is like a massive difference. But when it comes to convince, like whatever you mean by this, he has his personal.
Trying to change my mind on it.
Okay, but then at the end of it, he's like, "I don't really care anyway. I'll still wear a condom." What's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong with that interaction? Like, you went to talk to him about this thing that he didn't try to engage with you on. Then he gives his opinion, and then afterwards, but says, "No worries, I'm cool with condoms." Like, that feels like an extremely responsible conversation anyone would have with anybody else when they're talking about sex. Like, that's how I would actually advise people to talk to their partners about having like sex and like sexual activity.
Yeah, I understand. It's just he's always talking about how like condoms suck and stuff.
Always?
All the like whenever the topic comes up.
When's the last time he talked about it?
I mean, whenever he talks about his like sexual life.
I've only heard him talk about it once, and that's when you talked about it, and I had to go dig it up. And I've been watching Destiny for a while now. I doesn't talk about it that often. I think it's just confirmation bias.
Okay, well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I remember I was just listening in on his stream, and then he was saying that, and it like bothered me that he was saying that stuff, and then that's why I DM'd him about it.
Okay, so you do admit though that you didn't tell the truth on this.
Wait. How is that lying?
If I said, well, I didn't say you lied. I don't really. I mean, I suspect that you possibly purposefully did it, but I don't have like the evidence of intent. But you most certainly didn't tell the truth, right? Or is it that if you accept that you didn't tell the truth, then you look like a liar and people can call you a liar, so you don't want to accept that?
Well, I certainly didn't intentionally like lie or anything.
Well, that's not my question. Do you accept that you didn't tell the truth?
I don't like how you're framing this in very black and white, though.
Well, you can add any caveats you want afterward. I just want you to answer the question.
It was true that he tried to convince me.
Please answer my question.
I just didn't use the right word.
Can you answer my question?
Well, I think it was the truth. I just misspoke.
It was. Okay, so if I walked up to you, Anna, and I said, "Kat pressured me into sex," right? Okay. And you're like, "Whoa, that would be awful, right? That'd be a terrible interaction there." And then afterwards, you find out that that's not what happened. Is that Kat was talking about sex. Then I go and I talk to her about sex. And then we agree to disagree. And she says, we don't really need to have it right now. Don't worry about it. Do you see the huge jump in difference in here to where that word pressure was of extreme importance when you're presenting that on stream in front of hundreds upon hundreds of people?
I still think it was I still think it was pretty accurate though, like to say
It
that.
was not accurate to say pressure.
I mean, he kept on trying to like change
You
my mind
pursued
about
the
it,
conversation. He didn't.
though. What does that matter if I pursued the conversation?
Because he's not pressuring you if you walk into a conversation and try to change his mind about it. If anything, you were pressuring him to change his mind.
No, he was pressuring me, or I'm sorry, convincing me. Sorry.
You're playing fast and loose with these words when these words have vastly different meanings. And I don't even like think even the word convince. Like if I walk up to somebody and ask them their argument on something, then they give me their argument, right? Like what's the problem there? Like what about that interaction was wrong? And you still never answered my question on whether or not you said something
Because
that
you're
wasn't
supposed
true.
to wear condoms. Because the default should be that condoms equal safe sex. You should wear condoms. That's the default.
That's the
And
default.
whenever
Look,
someone tries to like convince you otherwise, it's a huge red flag.
I doubt that Destiny at any point said, hey guys, don't wear condoms, right? I bet he just talked about how, if I remember correctly, they're not comfortable and there's other ways and other things you can do to try to be safe.
It says a lot more than just, oh, they're uncomfortable.
Okay.
I've heard it. I've heard it
But
myself.
at the end of the day, people's personal sex shit is their business, right? And so if he's saying that this is what he does personally, and is not telling all of his viewers to go out and do this because it's totally safe, I don't see the problem. And again, this is all like caveats from the main point, which is you used the word pressure, right? You said that he pressured you into doing this, and you need to admit here, or you're just not in touch with reality, that what you said wasn't true. He didn't pressure you. You pursued a conversation with him. If anything, you pursued and tried to pressure him into something.
No, that's not how that works because you're supposed to wear condoms.
If I tried to go into your DMs, Anna, after
There's a reason why research on sexual pressuring only includes pressuring a partner against wearing condoms, not to wear a condom. You're supposed to do that.
Well, you would just say it was a positive thing to pressure him into. That would be the argument, right?
Like, because you're supposed to wear a condom. Like,
okay, that's your that's what you believe. But you said that he was pressuring you not to wear a condom. And you said that, and you said that, and you said that, and you said that emotionally too. You looked into the camera like, "Oh God," he pressured me to do that. And you want to know what? Like any man or any person looking at that, watching a white woman cry on stream about a man trying to pressure her not to wear condoms, be like, "Holy shit, this scumbag piece of shit." That's what people see in that, with no context in the situation, would see Destiny as, right? You crying on stream doing these things, but it just wasn't true.
Are you kidding me? No way. People never believe women. Are you serious?
Do you really think that
nobody believes women?
You know, there was a whole thing in Tulsa when they believed a white woman.
What? Tulsa? What?
In Tulsa.
I don't know what you're referring to.
There was a famous incident where a white woman alleged that a black man did something to her in an elevator, and it caused a lot of black people to be lynched. People believe women in a lot of scenarios, and other times they don't believe women. And the thing is, if no context, someone sees a white woman on stream just crying and going on and saying a bunch of things that weren't true, even if you won't admit to it, even though...
Yeah, they just think she's crazy. Nobody believes her. They just think she's crazy.
But you admitted on this stream that you might be crazy. And if from all the stuff I'm seeing...
Apparently, I see things very differently from a lot of people, I guess. So, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you do. I think the best thing you could do is probably just stop engaging, because it seems that you just like keep like stumbling into saying things that aren't true. And if anything, I would say that you're probably, the more you talk, the more you hurt your own cause. Like everybody, including the people who have probably their best like opinions of you, every time you engage in this, they tell you to stop.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah.
And you just keep going, even though you're going to get the same result every time.
Because, like, I can't I'm not gonna let people believe lies about me. I'm not gonna let people believe, you know.
But you
you
won't
know what
even
I'm
admit.
trying
The
to
thing is,
do?
how can you request somebody else to stop believing lies about you when you won't even admit when you say things that are untrue?
What do you mean? I just admitted that I shouldn't have said
No, you
pressure.
didn't. No, I didn't. That's not an admission. What I want you to say to me right now is that I was wrong and I
Okay, I
said
was
something
wrong.
was wrong
Yeah, I
and I
said
lied
something that was
about
wrong,
this.
but I didn't lie because lying is intentional.
Lying was intentional, so it was unintentional. So the
Yeah.
problem for me when it comes
I
to
was
that,
really, really fucking upset, dude. I was so upset. Destiny
I
went on his stream and was like talking about how like I just have no problem with like not using condoms, and I was like, motherfucker, are you fucking kidding me right now? You literally like he completely lied about me.
look. How do you expect me to talk about any of that when you okay, here's the problem for me right now, Anna, is that the situation laid out, I don't understand how anybody could misinterpret that situation into I was pressured into not using a condom. When he's talking about it on stream, then you go into his DMs to talk to him about it. He then just gives you his argument and then says afterward, but don't worry, I would always wear a condom. To me, that makes me think you are actually possibly intentionally lying here. And that's what makes me think it's a lie. Because I don't understand how anyone could read that situation. Any responsible like adult with their senses about them could read that and be like, this person's pressuring me into not using a condom.
Wait, how do you get that like a person wouldn't want to like uh, try and like appease their partner though? What do you
So
mean? Like
if I was
like
so are you saying that it would be a reasonable interpretation if we like if I went with my partner, right?
if you
And I was talking on
sorry.
stream about something, and then they messaged me, and they're like, I disagree with this thing that you said about sex. And I give my argument then afterwards with, never mind, that it would be a reasonable thing. Let's say it was about like, I was like into some, I don't know, let's say, I don't give a fuck, pegging, right? And I give like a take about pegging, right? And I'm like, oh, pegging's great or whatever. And then my partner's like, I'm actually not a huge fan of pegging. I think pegging is wrong for this reason, anal cancer, whatever the hell, right? And then I'm like, actually, I think it's fine for these reasons, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I don't need to do it. It's all cool. And then somebody reads the situation as Dylan was pressuring his partner into trying this thing she wasn't comfortable with sexually. Nobody would read that situation and come away with that conclusion, like if they had like their mental state about them.
Well, maybe it's because like I mean we argued for quite a long time. There's quite a lot of DMs about it. Oh god, I'm leaving. I'm fucking leaving. I'm fucking leaving.
Who
I
just
have
jumped?
one
I'm
question.
leaving.
Who just
I
jumped
just had a
in?
quick
Fucking
question.
leaving.
I just had a quick question.
Oh no.
Goodbye. I am
Just a
leaving.
quick question. I'm not even here for. I'll leave in 1 minute.
I mean, it seems like you're stalking me, Steven. What's up with that? Hey, why don't you tell people how I'm stalking you, by the way? I would love to know.
Stop
How am
stalking
I
her, Steven.
stalking you, huh? When I have you blocked everywhere.
Hey, I
Are you
am
going to
a
retract
stalker.
those false
I
allegations
am a
against
stalker.
me,
I
buddy?
love stalking people. I am a stalker. Are we good?
When are you going to retract the false allegations?
Okay. Question. Is it
Retract
true
the false
or is it not true?
allegations, or I'm leaving.
Is it
Present
true?
your fucking proof, or I'm leaving.
Anna, you don't use condoms when you fuck people. Why would you get so mad at me for talking about this on stream?
Bro, okay, wow, you're just gonna fucking lie. Okay, you're just gonna fucking lie. Right, okay.
What part of that is a lie?
Because that's not true, and I told you.
But no, you told me.
I
that
explained
you
to
said,
you,
said,
and you
I'm
accused
a,
me of
you
fucking
said,
lying because you
Anna,
think
you
you can
said,
tell me what's in my fucking head.
Anna, you said, I'm a hypocrite. I don't use condoms when I fuck people. Didn't you say that?
I said I don't always use condoms.
Okay, well, if you don't always use condoms, that means
Wow,
that you do.
you're such a piece of shit, just lying about me like you know my sex life.
Anna,
Listen, it was in the context I was thinking about in like monogamous relationships that like
then
I
why
don't
didn't
always
we
use
use? Why didn't we use?
condoms.
Wait, why didn't we use
And
any
you were
condoms
saying
then?
that I sound like a
Anna,
dare person.
why didn't we use any condoms?
I could be really snarky and say something back, but I'm holding it in.
Be as snarky as you want. I'm literally stalking you right now.
Why do you like being cucked?
How do I like being cucked? What? Anna,
You want
Anna,
to
Anna.
you want to go
why
further?
is it that Anna? Why is it that we didn't use condoms when we had sex?
Why do
When
you
I
think
told you,
that's
when I
okay
told you,
to say
when I
publicly? Why do you think that's okay to out
because
publicly
you're
without my
attacking me
consent?
publicly, Anna, because you're attacking me publicly, saying that
In
I pressured you
response to
against it.
you outing private sex life details.
You're pivoting so hard.
I don't even, what the fuck is pivoting?
Pivoting
That's
is
a
when
ballet move.
Pivoting is when I
What is pivoting? It's a ballet move. What
Pivoting
is
is when you
that?
get caught in a lie and you try to change the subject.
Oh my god, you just love accusing me of lying and thinking that you know what's in my head. You
So
really need to stop.
why do you present yourself on stream like you're 14 years old? You're 28. I
I
don't know how old you were
literally
when you
don't.
You're like
Wait,
you're
why
like
is
28 years
Annabelle
old.
here?
You're
Wait,
28
I got a
years old.
question.
You
I
have
got a
all the
question.
bodily autonomy in the world. I told you if you want to use condoms, that's fine. But it seems like you didn't care. It wasn't a priority. So why are you out here acting like I pressured you against it?
I admitted that I shouldn't have said pressuring, but
No, it's
you
not
were
about
trying
no.
to convince
Anna,
me.
it's
You were
not about.
trying
I
to
wasn't
convince
trying to
me
convince you.
out
I
of
was
it.
talking to my chat. You messaged me about it. You were trying to
Why
pressure
is me
me.
messaging you? Oh my
Anna,
god,
trying
you
to
want
pressure
to
me.
bring up the DMs?
Anna,
Because I
I
was
have
very
a severe
gentle.
allergy to latex, okay? I have an allergic reaction when I put on condoms. You were trying to pressure me in DMs to suffer.
Oh my god.
Why do you think that's okay, Anna?
You're supposed to wear condoms, okay? You're supposed to wear condoms.
What do you mean you're supposed to? Like your mom and dad are gonna get mad if you don't? Or
It's not safe sex.
okay,
And that's what
then
we
why
argued about,
didn't
and you were all
why
like, no, it's fine. You just, if you get an STD, you just go to the doctor and get a shot or take a pill. Like, what the fuck?
First of all, Anna, for some STDs that's true. For the other STDs that you can't do that, you know that you can get those even if you wear condoms, right?
Yeah, that's what you were trying to convince me of, but I don't think that's true.
You don't think that you can get genital herpes from somebody
You
if
were
you
trying
wear
to
a
convince me
condom?
that, oh, you don't need condoms because,
No,
oh, yeah,
hold on.
and
Anna,
also
stop.
condoms
Hey,
don't
whoa.
always
Oh my God,
protect
you're running
you.
around.
See,
Hey, slow
this is
down,
what
slow
you're
down.
doing.
Anna, slow down. Anna, do you think you can get herpes from somebody if they wear a condom? Or do you think the condom protects you from herpes?
I think condoms, don't they protect from STDs? All STDs?
You're how old are you again?
Let me
So-
read the.
okay,
Can
so-
I gotta read the
yeah.
end of this.
This
Okay.
is awkward
This is
for
something.
Dylan.
This is also something.
Awkward? You think it's awkward for me? You think that's what's happening right now?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay, mister. Like, you just come on here and be like, you don't wear condoms when we fuck. Like, wow.
Because you're
wow.
out here trying to pretend that I pressured you into doing something you don't normally do.
I
But you literally
said that
told
I
me in
shouldn't
DMs
have
that
said
you're a hypocrite.
pressure.
It's not about you just using the word pressure. The whole conversation made it sound like I was fucking raping you. Like, oh no, I'm gonna kill you if you put a fucking condom on this dick. I'm gonna fucking stab you. Like, come on, dude. That's what it sounded like. Dylan said it. Everybody heard it that way.
All right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have framed it like that then. But I still that felt like you were trying to convince me of it.
Why would you feel
Wait,
that way?
wait. Can
when
I
you
can I
just-
read? Wait. Let me read the end of this. Also, this is what Destiny says. Also, regardless of what I've said on stream or anything we've talked about. By the way, Anna, you're echoing a bit. Also, regardless of what I've said on stream or anything we've talked about, I'm totally cool using condoms or any other kind of protective measure you're okay with as well, 100%. And then you say, oh, of course, I figured. Generally, I'm content to be a hypocrite, though, and telling other people to use condom. Meanwhile, I don't always lamau. So not you, at the end here, you acknowledge you don't always use condoms and you're a
Right, in,
hypocrite.
like, monogamous
But then you also
You never said
acknowledge,
monogamous
you
relationship
acknowledge
there.
here
Yeah,
that
well,
he's not trying to move you or like make you do this or that. You went into his DMs and you acknowledge it here. How can you acknowledge it here and then like months later when you do a stream about it, then like say he was trying to pressure you or he's trying to convince you and you're the one going into his DMs and he's telling you like, don't worry about it though, like I will use condoms, and you say, oh, and you acknowledge it right here.
Because he was still trying to convince me. What is so hard to understand about this? I feel like it's super clear cut.
Anna, how do we convince you that you're crazy, okay? Or make you realize it? Because you're insane. Anna, you laugh.
Okay, this is called gaslighting, Destiny. Thank you for abusing me in 4K right now. I mean, God, why don't you just like drive
Anna,
the
when we
dagger in
talked-
more?
Anna, you said you weren't going to be on in 12 hours, and you were. 6 hours later, you were back. How do we break the
wait,
chain,
wait,
Anna?
I have no excuse for that, okay? I have no excuse for
But
that
you've done
shit.
it like 6 times.
Yeah, I know. I don't have an excuse for it.
Okay,
I'm not sitting here trying to defend it.
Anna, why are you not on medication for your OCD? If it's this severe and it's inhibiting your daily life so much, why would you not be medicated for it?
I just needed to do one more stream, okay?
Oh, so you're done with it now? That was the one more. Haven't you done like 3 more streams since our last talk?
There were things I had to. Well,
You did one today.
You did like
Yeah.
2. You've done like 3 or 4, I think, because you're.
That's the only reason I'm covering it. Because you
why
won't
do your
stop.
mods? Why do your mods keep force rating? Is it Merle or Dub doing it? Which one?
I don't know. There's also Duck, so.
Why do you give them mod if they force rating? That pisses you off.
I mean, because it's for my own good. Because it's like when I'm in like my right frame of mind, I'm like, okay, guys, force raid. But then when I'm like looping, I'm like, fuck you, don't force raid, fuck you.
Okay, but then why do you just come back an hour later anyway?
Because I still feel like I haven't finished.
Anna, can I just say, like, I've never had a relationship with any mod at any point where they will force raid and I won't like be like, oh, this is for my own good that they're forcing raid. The fact that you have that relationship in the first place shows you're probably streaming in a way that's extremely damaging to yourself and others.
Which is why I give them that power over me.
What? No, it's why you
Which is
should
why
probably
I
either
gave-
A, stop streaming,
I
or
gave
B,
Merle the
stop
power
streaming
over
about
my
Destiny.
I
That
mean, my
shouldn't be a
Twitter.
thing. That shouldn't be a thing, though. You should either A, stop streaming, or B, stop streaming like this, which is constantly talking about Destiny, constantly going on about this stuff. Like, you shouldn't even be in the situation in the first place. You shouldn't have people to have to force raid.
Or maybe even like, why are we not on medication for our OCD? What's going on?
Why
here?
did you make false accusations against me?
How have you been in therapy for OCD and you're not on any medication for it? But what I'm getting at is I don't think you actually have a therapist. I think you're lying about that.
Oh my god. Yeah, just like you thought I was lying about having my undergraduate degree in psychology, and then I had to show you proof of that, and how you accused me of lying of being in a graduate program, and then for years, and then like a year, I got people being like, "Isn't she a fraud? Isn't she lying?" And then I had to show you proof of that, and it turned out to be true. It's like,
Why is it that
I'm
every
gonna
time I
have to show you
ask to do
proof
a
of, like,
three-way
my
session with your
therapist
therapist,
now.
why do you keep ducking that?
Wait, what?
Why is it that every time I ask to have a three-way session with your therapist, you keep ducking?
I'm not ducking. I have to set it up.
No, that's not what you told your stream. You just lied, Anna. You just got caught in another lie. In 4K,
What did I tell my
HD,
stream? What do you
Blu-ray.
mean? I said I have to set it up.
No. I'm stalking you, remember? I heard what you said. You said my
Okay.
therapist would never agree to let my abuser come into a therapy session. That's what
I'm
you
worried
said,
about
isn't it?
that. Yes, I'm worried about that.
You
That's
didn't
true.
just
I
say you
am
were worried
So,
about it.
wait,
You said it wouldn't
so-
be possible.
So he's
No.
been trying to do this for a decent amount of time, and you haven't even asked them yet?
Wait. What?
You haven't
Hold
even,
on.
have you even asked the therapist about this yet?
No, I have to talk with her about it.
How many
But
times
I'm
have you
worried
proposed, for
because-
how long have you asked about this, Destiny?
Over a year.
Okay. Then it's never happening.
It's because he dodges it.
Wait, you just said he wasn't, wait, so Destiny's the one dodging it.
Yeah, I
So
don't-
you haven't
I mean,
asked
now,
the
he
therapist,
seems like,
but
I mean,
now
like, he
he's
was
dodging it.
dodging it. No, he was dodging it. But now it seems like he's actually willing to do it, which is good. And I have to talk to my therapist about it. I have to set it up somehow and convince her. Pressure her to do it.
Wait, why would you pressure her? Isn't that violating her consent?
It was dark joke.
Okay. Why don't you just email both of us and CC me or whatever, and then I
I
can
never
set it up.
email with her though.
You've never emailed your therapist? How do you communicate with her? Do you call her on the phone?
No, over phone.
You never communicate via email?
What if she says it's not a good idea though? And then you're not gonna believe me. And you're gonna just be like, oh, see, you're lying. But like, I mean, I guess I could just have her like I get proof somehow.
Like in an email? Wouldn't it be easy to just email? I guarantee you if you have a real therapist, they have an email that they probably use to communicate with their patients.
Yes, of course. I hate emailing. I get social anxiety.
Do you hate emails because they hold you accountable for things you say and you can't just deny saying them at a later point? Or
Wow, really? Come on, man. You know that
But-
I'm like willing to own up to shit.
It shouldn't
Like-
be that. Look, you have having social anxiety is okay. I understand that, right? But it's an email. You should be able to, over a week, be able to mount up the courage to send an email, right?
Yes, but it's been like a day.
It's
I
been a
think
year.
The issue is, I think that here's what I think, Sammy. Either one, the therapist is fake, or two, I think she's really worried that the therapist isn't going to take her side on this.
Oh my
When an
god, I knew
external
you were
person
gonna
comes
say
in.
that. I knew you were gonna say that. See, I knew you were
Anna,
gonna
That's
say
the-
that.
do you
I can't
actually
win.
do you actually accept it as a possibility? What would you do if your therapist, after hearing all the information from all perspectives, said to you, Anna, you need to stop streaming or stop talking about Destiny? I think you're actually wrong here. What would you actually
He's
do?
already told me I should take a break from streaming, though.
Then why don't you follow their advice?
It's hard. I'm trying. I'm supposed to be on a break. I told my Discord that I was taking a break. I have to take a break from streaming.
You know, if you already gave Merle like access to like Force Raid, why don't you just give Merle also access to your internet connection?
I'm probably just gonna give him my stream key, honestly. At this point, yeah, because I don't trust myself. I'm literally gonna give him my stream key. You think I'm joking? No, I'm going to. I gave him access to,
I
like, all my
believe you do
accounts.
something like that, yeah. Hey, you. Yes, you. Right there. You. I am starting a Patreon. I know you guys have been asking for it on the YouTube crowd for a while, since usually it's just the Twitch people who could support me financially directly, but we're finally making a means for you guys to do so as well. And that's not all. You can support the #1 cyber terrorist, mover and shaker, Vince McMahon of Twitch politics. How? By donating to this Patreon and getting benefits like movie nights, special Discord roles, announcements at the end of the video of how much you have supported this war criminal DylanBurnsTV, and much, much more. Okay, not much more, okay? I only have limited means, but more than that, I can assure you. And if you support the Patreon, you will have my deep-hearted appreciation from the bottoms of my soul that you are truly a mover and shaker. Thanks so much for your Patreon money in advance. I will use it to continue to fund the liberal elitist agenda.
So can you stop calling me a liar now? Maybe.
No, you lied. You are a liar.
How
Merle
to?
should be
Oh my
her
god! What the
conservator.
fuck? Well, what the fuck? What have I lied about?
What about the Jade thing? That's really interesting, by the way. That's pretty bad.
Oh, so when I thought that like he was trying to sleep with her or whatever.
Well, no. Okay, you say,
Or whatever.
I think anyone in their 30s who pursues an 18 or 19-year-old is being predatory. I have stated this multiple times when discussing topics of grooming and research on 10-year age gaps. This isn't a surprise. So you're leveraging your research to talk about this predatory behavior, and then somebody asks, like, is there any evidence of this? And then you say, any girl he has coming on his stream, he is frequently pursuing. You're alleging here that Destiny is acting as a predator and grooming Jade.
That's not
With
what
no
I'm
evidence.
alleging. How the
Yes,
fuck are
it
you
is.
manipulating my words
100%.
that
I'm
badly?
not manipulating your words.
Yeah, you are.
I
I'm
am
saying
not.
That, like,
I am not. I'm not
saying that
gonna.
This is usually what happens, and I hope that it's not the case this time.
Well, no. You say any girl he has come around on his stream frequently, he is pursuing. Jade was going around his stream frequently playing that Viking game, and that's what you're talking about here. You are saying that he is pursuing Jade here.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
saying,
you
I'm
are.
saying the fact that usually, that frequently, the people he has on stream, it's frequently that he's pursuing them, which is why I was like thinking that, and because also people were telling me that that's what was happening.
You here say, and I'll read it again. Okay, back to the textbook. I think anyone in their 30s. Destiny, how old are you by chance?
I am actually in my 30s.
Wow, that's crazy.
So,
Who pursues an 18 or 19-year-old. Wait, how old is Jade again? I think it's actually 19 by
I think
chance.
she was 18 or 19 at the time.
I
yeah.
think that's actually crazy. I have
Right,
stated.
so where did I accuse him?
Let me finish. I have stated this multiple times when discussing topics of grooming and the research of 10-year age gap. So this feels like the leveraging of some like education on like psychiatric treatment. This isn't a surprise. Then somebody, obviously referring to the Destiny Jade stuff, says, is there any evidence he's pursuing her? And then the evidence you cite is any girl he has coming around on his stream frequently he is pursuing. Now, Jade is a girl. He was playing Valheim a ton with her at the time. You are saying that he was pursuing her because he came onto his stream frequently. That is a
How the
clear
fuck do you
allegation
end
here.
in that conclusion?
Anyone reading this would
How the-
end at this conclusion.
No, they wouldn't.
This is why
Tons of
people think you're
people
crazy.
would not. Why? Because I don't let people manipulate words.
I'm not
like you're
manipulating your
doing,
words. I'm
twisting
reading
my
them back
words.
to you. I just broke it down piece by piece how exactly the allegation here was made.
But you literally forgot the part where I said, I hope that's not happening this time. It's
Well,
not an allegation.
But I
How is
hope
that an
maybe.
allegation?
But I hope maybe. Okay. Do you really think if I ended any like allegation with like at the end of it, but I hope maybe this time it isn't happening, then it would, oh, well, never mind. It's no longer an allegation. For example, like if I like accused, like let's say, let's rerun. Let's say I did the whole Prime thing, but at the end of the stream, I just said, but I hope maybe this time it's not the case. Would that just wipe away all that? No, it wouldn't.
I literally didn't accuse him, though. I was explaining why I was suspicious of it. Like, I was literally explaining it.
Any girl he has come around on his stream frequently, he is pursuing.
Wait,
Any
question.
girl.
We've just done a live HD brought to you by Tabor Pepper Snapping of the NFL clip review. And Anna is caught in 8K Blu-ray high definition, imploring me on her stream over and over again, just go after somebody your own age. Why don't you go after somebody your own age? It's immoral to go after somebody without their brain fully developed. Are you not accusing me here of going after Jade?
I mean, I thought you were.
So you were accusing.
Wait, so what are you denying?
So you're lying right now. You're lying right now.
Wait, what do you mean? I'm not, though.
Wait,
I
what, you
didn't
just
accuse him
denying that
publicly, though.
you didn't what?
Wait, I didn't accuse him publicly.
This was
Like,
literally
this
on your
was, like,
stream.
This is on stream. I just have the clip pulled up on my stream now. I'm gonna watch it quick. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, you can watch it now.
Okay.
Legal, but
Yeah,
like,
that was when I
it's
said,
not
that was
morally
when I was like,
okay.
isn't...
And that's the point.
Target acquired.
So that's fucked up. Like, just go after people your own age. Like, just go after people your own age. Oh my god. Go after people your own age. Like, I don't even care. Like, go after people your own age. Just go after people your own age. Like, why with people whose brains aren't even done, like, anywhere near done being developed?
not...
Anna, this is
Necessarily.
so
Wait, hold on,
bad.
wait. How is what?
How is it
what?
not necessarily?
This
Like,
is
of course
so
it's predatory.
bad,
Because
Anna.
a 30-year-old having sex with a 19-year-old isn't necessarily predatory behavior. There needs to be more there. That in and of itself isn't predatory.
Yes, it is.
Why?
How?
Because of the huge age difference and power dynamic, and because
Hold on.
research
Wait,
shows
power
that 10
dynamic.
plus
Wait,
age gap.
hold on. You can't just say the research. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, so research says that your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25. Okay, so is a
Yeah.
40-year-old having sex with a 23-year-old? Is that immoral?
It's very suspicious for sure.
Okay, that's good. So suspicious is an okay word, but not necessarily bad. Also, power dynamics exist in literally every single relationship.
Yeah, I know
always.
you always use this argument to try and downplay cases of grooming.
Wait, what do you think grooming is?
It's like when you're trying to it's like when there's like love, like a little bit of love bombing, when you're trying to like use your power like over someone and like have like a relationship with them, but like
Anna.
No, wait, let her finish.
Okay.
what
You're not even close. What do you think grooming is? Try again. Do you
I mean,
actually
it's
have no idea?
exploitation. I mean, it's
What?
exploitation. It's like it's
I'm not
basically
asking you what
emotional
is grooming
exploitation.
like. We're not playing fucking 20 words or whatever the fuck. I'm like,
Well, it's a gradual process. So
I'm not asking you
Occurred
to
is
describe.
occurred.
I'm just asking you what is grooming.
it's like it's a form of abuse
Happy.
and it's a form of exploitation.
Don't know.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Dylan. I guess.
Okay, so it's clear you didn't know what it was when you accused Destiny.
He doesn't
It's
know
clear.
what it is
It's
now. She
clear.
doesn't know what grooming is.
Doesn't you say here very clear? But let's reframe this. So when I was 18, the first time I went on Destiny's stream, and you want to know what? When I started streaming, Destiny raided me a few times. You know, a lot of his community came in. They post like DG fucking hearts and all that and everything.
bombing.
I went on his stuff. Yeah. Was I being groomed? Because according to this, there's the same amount of evidence that Jade was being groomed to me being groomed. And last time I checked, Destiny's also bisexual. So why was there? Do you see the problem here? It seems like
How
if
old was
Destiny
he when he raided you?
I was 18, he was in his 30s.
Occurred is occurred.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. You shouldn't raid
What?
people who are like in their teens, dude. What are you doing?
Okay, so should if you're 18, what about people that are 20? Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean they're not teens at
Wait,
least.
what? Wait.
Like,
Why
that
is
was
why is
really
that
not
okay? I
okay.
thought it was
What
the
if
brain
wait,
development.
Having that
What if it's a
18-year-old on your
Korean? What if it's a
screen.
Korean 19-year-old? Because they're technically 20 in their culture. Is that okay? Or
Occurred.
I don't
is
know. I
occurred.
can't answer for other cultures. I can't say.
so it's a
So
culturally relative thing. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't want to answer for other cultures.
How old is Autistic Destiny? Wasn't she only 19?
Occurred is occurred.
You're stacking, man. You got a
Were
death
you trying
count.
to do something inappropriate with her?
Are you serious right now?
Anna.
I didn't have her on my stream, and I wasn't constantly talking with her
Occurred,
on my
but
you
stream and
still
trying to
rated
like
it-
use
well,
my
no, hold on.
platform and trying to
Careful.
use my platform and my powerful platform.
Don't lie. You were talking in chat afterwards. Yes.
About Stardew?
You were still
Occurred is
chatting.
occurred.
Maybe you were trying to get close to her so you could engage in nefarious things after.
I didn't
Why would you-
platform
why would it
her
be
and try
appropriate
and
for a
make her
30-year-old
dependent
to
on
talk
me
in
for
the
my
chat?
platform.
Why would you talk in a chat room of a 19-year-old?
Occurred is
My
occurred.
God.
Did
Where are
I
your
have her
goddamn
on my
brains?
stream repeatedly?
Oh, so if it's only
And
one
try
time,
and help
it's
her
okay?
out with my big stream and like
Oh,
get
so
her
how
to
big does your
trust
stream have to
me
be
and
before you
stuff.
can't raid into
Occurred is
19-year-olds
occurred.
anymore?
Okay, you keep on what's it called? Straw manning my argument.
Oh, yeah? Is that part of the Dark Triad, or? What about the 13-year-old streamer you raided multiple times, Anna?
I didn't rate a 13-year-old streamer.
Really?
No. Why would
Are
I
you
do
sure?
that?
Are you positive?
Yeah, that sounds like Waffles lies.
How much money do you want to bet on this?
I mean, I'll bet money on it.
That you didn't raid into a 13-year-old multiple times that Merle is a moderator for. Ringing any bells?
No. No.
What's the streamer's name? Let's hear it. Go ahead, Dylan.
Anna, you're echoing, by the way.
I'm still echoing.
Yep.
You sure it's not me?
No, it looks like Anna.
I don't know how to fix it.
Anna,
Damn it.
hold on. Do your parents not hear you in your house when you're like screaming at like 6 a.m.?
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
When you're on stream, like crying or having breakdowns at like 6.
Okay, for those of you saying this is a soap opera, you can tune out and
Occurred
watch
is
any of my
occurred.
YouTube videos, okay? Look, I do 30 hours of content a week. It's not all gonna be Ukraine debates, okay?
Wait, hold on a second. I'm gonna go get headphones. I'll be right back.
Destiny, man.
This is the craziest person I've ever talked to in my life.
I don't know. This is like this is so clear. It's like everything is so clear, and she just doesn't stop.
I don't think she has a therapist. She
Can I ask you a
laughed
question?
The other day. Yeah, go.
So yesterday, or it was like when you were talking to her, there was a point where you asked her like if she was like would be willing, like if she wants to kill you. Were you trying to bait a ban there?
No, I think she would. I think she would. If she
Okay.
showed up at an event, I'd be legitimately afraid.
You guys, like, I don't know if this is public. Have you guys contacted like Twitch support? Like,
Yep. Worked through Melina's moderation partner. I filed at least 2 reports with Twitch. And then I've talked to other people, and everybody's like, unless she actually does something, there's nothing you can really do.
I'm the one that needs to be filing reports with Twitch about you, Steven, because you're the one falsely accusing me, and that's harassment. I'm not doing anything to you.
why don't you do
You're
it?
the one. I do report it to Twitch.
And what
I
do they
report
do?
it- well, nothing.
Oh,
But it's funny how I don't have. I didn't lose partner. Who lost partner? That's right. It wasn't me.
what did he
And-
lose partner
and
for?
wait.
Did it have to do anything with this? No, it didn't.
No.
So why bring it up?
But because he's using personal shit against me. And he's falsely
You
that's nice to
accused
know.
him
right
You're
now, Anna.
fucking
of
You're
grooming.
falsely
You
reporting
said
me.
you accused him of grooming, and have now basically said that me just streaming or being rated by Destiny is inappropriate.
No, I said that it was a part of him having like a teenager on his stream and stuff constantly.
Yeah, it's bad for him to do that with me. He shouldn't have had me on his stream because it's
Dylan was on my stream when he was 19.
18 actually.
But like multiple times, constantly playing
Multiple
games and
times.
stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we played games.
Yeah, I guess I don't really agree with that.
Why?
Because it seems like
But it's not grooming, though.
Hold on. Merle's calling. He can't rate your stream. He's getting upset.
yeah, I mean, it's because you're manipulating me and trying to like say that I'm a liar.
How am I manipulating you?
You're literally trying, and like both of you are, you're literally trying to accuse me of something I didn't do.
Well, you did tell things, you said things that were blatantly not true on stream multiple times about multiple different topics. Things that you should have had all the access to the information to assert that it wasn't true, like the condom thing, very obviously. You even acknowledge it at the end of the DMs. What person would logically come to the conclusion that you're not lying here?
Why would I say in the DMs like, "Hey, why are you trying to convince me of like not wearing a condom?" Why the fuck would I say that?
Wait, did I say that in the DMs?
Let me read this again. Also, regardless of what I've said on stream or anything we've talked about, I'm totally cool using condoms or any other kind of protection measure you're okay with as well, 100%. Then you say, "Oh, of course. I figured." Generally, I'm content to be a
27
hypocrite
and
though,
cheering a
and telling
20-year-old.
other people
I'll
to
be
use
turning
condoms.
myself
Meanwhile,
into
I
the
don't
police
always.
immediately.
Lamau.
Yeah, how does
You
that
had access
mean?
to this information. Why would you say that this is him pressuring or anything like that? And then you only
Because
turn
he
around once you get
literally-
called out.
But no, I didn't, because he literally was trying to convince me of it. What don't you get about this? It doesn't matter all
You
those
went
other
to his
factors.
DMs.
That doesn't matter. That literally doesn't matter. It literally bears no relevance to this at all. None whatsoever. Zero. Zero relevance at all.
Anna, how do you think this is gonna end?
In a body bag, one of us. In a video game.
Dude, what the fuck?
Anna, legitimately, how do you think this is gonna end? Do you think one day everybody's just gonna like open their eyes?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you report my Twitch streams? What is wrong with you? I'm not doing anything.
Because
You're the
fucking
one
stalking
harassing me.
You won't just leave me alone.
How the fuck am I stalking you? You literally are spreading false accusations against me, and your fucking wife is spreading false accusations against me. You people need to fucking stop.
You spread false accusations against me all the time. You say that I spread
What do you
STDs.
mean?
You say that I pressured you into not using condoms.
Do you
say
remember
that I'm
when
grooming
you?
an 18-year-old?
Do you remember all the fucking false shit that you said about me? Actual false shit that you intentionally said? Oh, do you remember when you said that I'm not in a grad school program? Do you remember that one? Yeah, you remember that one? Oh, do you remember also when you said on your stream that, oh, I got kicked out of my grad school
Wait.
program? Yeah, you fucking
Can
liar.
I
You think
just
there might be
say,
a
by the
difference
way?
in the severity of
Yeah,
my
I'm
abuse?
gonna say,
I don't think
like-
he goes to school versus like he's a fucking groomer sex pest that pressures me into not using condoms.
Yeah, I feel like this. Like, if I was told that somebody isn't actually in a school program that they say they are,
Really?
comparative to somebody's
that I'm
pressuring
a
somebody to take
criminal.
off con.
Really,
Who-
really, being a criminal and a fraud.
criminal?
Oh, that's
Criminal?
Not, fucking lying about being in my master's program and being a therapist in training. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's fraud.
No, I don't think
being
you'd
a
be.
therapist would be
No. That's not fraud. It would be fraudulent if you were like, "Hey, I'm a therapist, guys. Here's my therapist license. Come to my therapy thing." That would be fraud.
You
That
want to
isn't
know something
fraud.
that's actually highly unethical? If you're in therapy school, I'm sure you've learned this, right? You're not supposed to constantly cite or reference either your personal therapist or something you've learned in school as a justification to win an argument in like a personal interaction.
That's not what I do. That's not what I do.
Anna,
I've
Anna,
only
you
said
appeal-
it
you
when
did it today.
abuse me.
You did it
appeal
today.
all the time to say like I'm a trained clinical therapist, but which is not true, by the way. Or you
I've
appeal
never
all the
said
time
that I'm
to-
a trained clinical therapist. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, did I not hear that earlier on her stream, guys, when we were listening? Did you not literally say almost verbatim, like, oh yeah, I've got training in clinical therapy or whatever? You've literally said this? You don't think you've ever said that
I said
statement
that
before?
I said I have training. That I've never said. I would
You're not
never
in-
say that I'm
how
a
are you-
like. Oh wow, now you're gonna fucking falsely accuse me of more shit. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Stop it.
You called yourself
Stop abusing me.
Anna, you called yourself a mental health professional. Did you not?
Yes, because that's what you are when you're a therapist in training.
That's not a profession. You're in school.
Yeah, but I've had clients though. That makes me like
you might have
in
had
the
one that you're doing
field.
shadowing, but you're not a mental professional
I've-
yet. There's still a
I
chance that you won't pass your program.
Yes, I always say that I am a therapist in training. I'm in training. I've had training. Like, yes, I have I've done like the trauma CBT for
And,
like adolescents and
do you or do
kids.
you not leverage your education and like therapy?
Absolutely
You do it all.
not.
You do it
You
all the
people
time.
perceive it that
You
way.
do it
No,
all the time.
You maliciously perceive it that way.
You do
Why
it all
can't
the
I use-
time.
Why can't I use? Fuck you. Why can't I use my education?
Wait, you
Why
just said you
can't I
do, wait,
use
you
my
just said you didn't do
education?
it. You just said you didn't do it though.
Yeah, I don't because
But you
I
just
use
said
what
you
I've
do.
learned.
But you just admitted you did it. You just said I don't do it, and but then
You
said
are a fucking manipulative piece of shit. Holy shit. You are
don't-
toxic as fuck.
You
You're
are, Dylan.
literally trying to manipulate me right now in 4K.
am
You
I?
are.
Holy shit.
Am
You're
I?
literally manipulating me right now.
Dude,
You're
that's
literally
crazy.
manipulating me.
That's crazy,
How
man.
dare you?
He is a manipulator.
Kinda
I have
fun,
seen him
though.
do this before.
Yeah, I
You're
do it all the
literally
time.
manipulating me, just
Am
like
I?
he is. No wonder
Wow.
why you're both fucking abusive as hell. Oh my god.
Hey, to be clear, I'm the victim though. He groomed me. Remember?
Oh my
I
god,
was
you're
18.
both horrible people. Oh my god, you literally
Wow.
scare me.
Horrible people.
You literally scare me.
Good. I thought
You
Merle.
fucking
Hey,
scare me.
the great Merle once said that we don't call people good or bad people. Remember?
True, just good or bad actions, right? Anna?
Okay, true. Yeah, this is true. But like, you're actually scaring me with how much you're trying to manipulate me right now. Like, what is wrong with you? You're
I just
literally
want you-
trying to get me to think that I'm like doing something wrong by using information I learned. There's nothing wrong with that.
There is something wrong with that. You're
No,
not-
there isn't.
Anna, it's manipulative on
No,
your
it's
end.
not. My professors have said it's fine. Why would they say it's fine?
Do you want to Zoom call me with any of them?
Oh my god, you're so horrible. This is disgusting. I'm
wanna-
not gonna
do you
like
want-
not
Anna,
use.
I'm
Why
gonna be
are
totally
you
honest, Anna,
attacking
I've never
me
taken
for
a
using
college psych class.
citations?
Anna, if you were to ask any professor in your supposed
No, you're
program,
literally gaslighting me right now. I'm not gonna fall for it. No.
If you were to
Fuck
ask
you.
your,
No.
if you were to ask a professor,
no.
hey, is it ethical for me to cite a textbook or the research when I'm trying to have a personal argument with somebody about how they've abused me? And you really think they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's totally cool. You can definitely do that. Can I cite my credentials over and over again to win that argument? They're gonna tell you
It's not
"No,
about
that's a little
winning
bit
an
manipulative.
argument. What
That's
the hell
probably
is
kinda
wrong with
toxic."
you? No, it's not. There's literally
Anna.
nothing wrong with that.
And I can
Because when you're trying to gaslight me out of thinking that I was abused, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna show like, but it's like everybody can use those surveys, those abuse surveys. They literally give them to you in domestic violence clinics and shit. Why can't I? All victims can use them. Why can't I?
Anna,
You're not a victim.
to be clear, what you're saying
Yes, I am.
in the way
You fucking abuse me so badly.
Anna,
You're
you
literally
don't know
here.
What abuse is, Anna. You
Yes,
have
I
no
do.
idea.
And you
don't,
hurt me
Anna.
so badly. You put me through so much hell and suffering. My life
Anna.
has been a nightmare from what
It's
you've been
a
doing to
nightmare
me.
of your own doing. Okay?
No, it's not. You keep trying to convince me I'm crazy, that I
is a
can't see
curd.
the world properly, and that my
Anna,
judgment is wrong. Fuck
at
you.
the
How
start
dare
of
you?
at the start of this conversation, you started to admit to those things that maybe your whatever the hell is impacting your ability to like make judging and like all your friends like are
Right.
telling you to stop and like all these things.
Right, I accept that I have OCD, but I was absolutely abused by him. And I've read so much about it because, like,
What
do you think I
Is
want
the
to, like,
abuse?
all the emotional abuse?
Like what?
What do you mean? Of him trying to convince me that I'm crazy, that I'm autistic, that I
when-
have all these problems, that I can't trust my
Okay,
judgment, that
let me
my
say something,
reality
Anna.
is...
If
that's
Anna, if you
gaslighting.
said half the things you said about Destiny about me, I would call you crazy.
Wait, what if you actually are crazy? Is it abuse for me to say that you're crazy if you are crazy?
Of course it is, because nobody's, like, just crazy. Like,
How are you supposed
What
to tell
the
a crazy
fuck?
person they're crazy?
you don't.
Well, what are you supposed to do with a
You
crazy
don't be.
person?
You
then?
don't try and convince them that their fucking judgment is all wrong, dude. That's abusive.
Okay,
and that's
let's
all you
externalize
do to
this.
me.
Here's a question: What
Like,
would you
you don't think that makes me want to like die? Like, what the hell, dude? Like, come on. When you try and
What would
convince me
you-
that I don't
Don't-
know anything,
What would
Don't
you
leverage
do
that.
if you had a person?
I'm not
okay?
leveraging it, but I'm saying that that's how I feel. Like when you
Wow.
try and convince me that I'm crazy and stuff, and that like nothing is real that I'm seeing.
who's
Like, don't
saying
you think
nothing
that
is
there's
real?
like there's an impact that it has on someone?
Do you think
when you
there's
try
an
and-
impact when you incessantly talk about me, react to clips of me, bring me up on your stream?
I don't
over
react to
and
clips
over?
of you unless you're accusing me.
I don't
false
react to
accused
anything about you.
accusations.
Welcome, warriors.
I only ever talk about you
Wow.
falsely accusing me and you still like not retracting those false accusations and you
How
trying to
many
ruin my life.
times have me or August or anybody else gone to you and said, "Hey, we'll stop everything now if you stop"?
and,
And
you
then you're the one that starts it up again.
you don't retract the
I'm
accusations.
not going to retract anything. at
I've
this point,
counted
okay?
6, by the way.
Why the
Yeah.
fuck?
Tally's correct.
Because you're insane. Because I'm not going to retract statements against an insane person.
But
I
you're
believe what I
falsely
said.
accusing me of
I don't
stalking,
think
and
they're
you.
false. No, I think you are a stalker.
How am I stalking you?
Because I'm a stalker, so I can see stalkers. Okay, I have stalker vision. All right.
Anna, this is a situation where I don't think there's ever going to be a day where you like sit down and like it's you that you believe you're wrong on all these things or any of that. I think for you, the best thing.
Why would I? I'm not wrong.
Well, that's what you believe. But
Why can't I just have a different perspective? Why can't you respect that?
Well, the thing is, the problem is having a different perspective on like what's the best color is like one thing. Having a different perspective if somebody's an abuser, groomer, predator is a totally other thing. Definitely,
Because
if you
it's
share it on a
subjective.
public, it's objective that he's a groomer or
No, that he abused me.
that he's a predator, that he abused
no,
you.
that he was abusive to me. That's what I'm saying is objective.
It is objective then. So why does everybody except you? Like, basically every single person on this planet, except for you, doesn't believe it.
Tons of people believe me.
Who?
What are you talking about?
Your viewers
Who?
don't? Who?
Who believes you?
Tons of streamers.
Who?
Told me
Which
in
streamer?
private. I'm not outing them.
Yeah, that's what I
Why
thought.
would I do that?
They wouldn't say it publicly because they know
you're
that they
being
can't.
abusive to me by gaslighting me right now.
I'm
and trying to
abusing you
make me
now?
think-
Am I an abuser too now?
I mean, you're being abusive.
Wow.
You're trying to convince me that I wasn't abused. So why the fuck
Destiny,
was I
do I
treated
get like
so
a commemorative
horribly?
mug or like do I get like a backpack?
You know, this isn't funny. I'm glad
You'll
you
just
think
get a
it's
spot
so
on her
funny
stream
that
every
he
3 days.
destroyed like my fucking
no,
life
I think it's
and my mental health.
I think it's
How
gross.
have I destroyed your life?
You literally caused me like unbearable suffering for
Unbearable.
literally a year and a half. It's been unbearable, dude. Like
And you
I
brought it upon
literally-
yourself.
If it's
No,
so
I
unbearable, just
don't.
stop
Wow,
talking
really?
about me, and then it would go away.
You
It's
have.
that easy.
No, because you're falsely accusing me of stalking you, and people actually
Do you
that
think
I'm a
okay?
stalker.
Do you think what's a better idea to like make people stop thinking you're a stalker? Is it to
I keep
continue
talking
to
about it?
Yeah,
I
you
have
keep
to
talking about it. You keep
it.
talking about it. No, you don't. You can
how
stop. You
it-
can stop at any
that's-
point. You've made
that's not
agreements
gonna
6
make it
times.
end.
You made an agreement like 24,
not gonna
48
make it
hours ago
end.
to stop talking about it. The 6th time you've made an agreement like it, and you broke it in 12 hours. 12.
It's not gonna make it end. If I go silent, then it's gonna keep going.
What do you mean it's gonna
And
keep
I'm-
going? People forget.
Because I have to keep talking about it. That's the only way that like I'll be able to like fight the false allegations.
I can
If
tell
I
you
don't
from
talk
personal
about it,
experience,
Then
you
people are gonna
just
believe it.
have to drop it.
Sounds pretty abusive, Dylan. If I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Can you stop it?
What?
Okay,
Is
this
it
is
not
another.
abusive?
Oh, by the way, mocking me, mocking my pain and my distress. Yeah.
Anna, you don't
Do you
have
know who
pain
does
as-
that? Do you know who
Yeah.
does that?
Dark triad, narcissistic personality disorder people, sociopaths, Cubans. Well, I don't know who what. You can't leave me hanging on this one.
Probably
You
the Cubans.
answered it.
I answered it. Oh.
No, not that.
Oh.
It was. Wait, was it not the Cubans?
No.
Was it the dark triad?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a part of sadism. It's
Is
pretty
that a little
fucked
bit?
up.
Would you say that my behavior has crossed the border into like a pathological or
No.
no?
No.
If I was a sadistic person that was exhibiting antisocial traits, you don't think that's a little bit?
No, that could still be normal.
Do you
It's
think that-
subclinical.
Do you think
There's a
that
clinical range and then subclinical.
And I've already admitted to being a stalker. Do you think I'm still subclinical?
Yes.
How? So you think that I can be abusive to you for over a year?
Dude,
And
there's
sadistic as
normal
fuck.
people are abusive. Normal
I
people are
thought.
abusive.
Wait. So you think all of my behavior then is within the realm of like a normal person?
Yes, it is. I've
Oh.
told you this repeatedly.
Well,
I've
then
always
why are
told you
you-
this.
Then why are you so upset?
Because I guess I wish you were a good person. I wish you were a better person than you turned out to be.
Okay. Well, I'm not. So why don't I just move on?
Well, it would be nice if you didn't tell all this fucking, like, say all these fucking lies about me, call me a
Do you
compulsive
think he
liar
would
and
talk
shit.
about you if you just stopped?
I know he won't, but, like, then it's like he hasn't retracted it, and then people are
And
still gonna...
I'm never gonna retract
It's
anything.
never gonna happen.
I might write about it on my website to enshrine it eternally.
Why?
Because if you keep talking about it every 6 months, that means people who've never interacted with it before are going to interact with this information, and then there's going to be questions, and so then he has to release a statement because his perspective of events is vastly different than your perspective of events. And
Why
so
is it okay for him to like call me a stalker, but then it's like you guys are on my ass about like
We're not.
me
Listen,
like
but here, I'm not asking you to retract anything. I can be the Anna rapist or whatever the fuck you say that I am, okay? And you can be the Destiny stalker, and then
I
we just
have
part ways,
never
hating each other.
accused
Wouldn't
you
it be how easy would
of
that be?
rape.
Then we
I
can
have
just
never accused
can
you of
go
rape
our
or
separate
being
ways.
rapey or
We
anything.
can go our
Okay.
separate ways,
Just a predator.
and then that's okay. We've drawn our lines in the sand, and then we're done with it. It's that easy.
I didn't accuse him of being a predator. I said it was predatory.
Do you think there's a distinction there? to
There's a
most people?
huge distinction to healthy people, yeah. But most people who are in the Twitch politics community are not representative of a normal population of people. Let's be fair. Come on now.
I think this stream has proved that, yeah.
Well,
Anna, I gotta
all
tell
I'm
you.
saying is, how come I haven't come across any of these problems in my entire life? How have I
Anna,
gone all
I
these
think
years
you
without
have come
having
across
any of
all
these
these
problems?
Because when you're a pretty white woman, I think you can just get away with saying a whole bunch of dumb shit, and nobody's gonna push back on you ever in your entire life. And now that the first time you've gotten some pushback, your mind is fracturing, okay, into shards.
No, it's that you actually were emotionally abusive to me and tried to convince me that I have autism and all this fucking shit that my own therapist is like, okay, this is not okay. You should not be treated like this.
Anna, is your therapist in the room with you right now?
Anna.
All right, is she? Hold on, I think she's checking.
Dude, do you not understand that like I literally like spent months like because like the things that you said they meant a lot to me, so
Anna, a normal person, especially an adult, which you are, okay, 28 or 29, should be able to have an interaction that maybe we'll say it doesn't end up the way they want to, and they're like, oh well, shucks, that sucks, and then you move on from it. To make
yeah,
this the
that's what I
focal point,
did.
you
I don't
have
understand
not.
what you're
You've
saying.
made it the focal point of your life for the past year and a half.
And I don't
fuck
even
are you
know what
talking
I don't
about?
even know what you do on the regular stream. I just know you as that person who complains about Destiny. That's how everyone knows you, Anna. That's it. And that's because you've created this box that you've put yourself in. And you're never going to escape it. Unless you stop. That's
But
all I know you for.
But the comments don't stop. Like people believing things about me that are false or like fucked up. It's like, yeah, it doesn't end. It never ends.
The reason it's never ending is because you keep putting out statements and keep saying things, and then as you do that, more stuff comes out that's not true. Like the Jade stuff, like the condom stuff, like all this other stuff. And if I put this stuff in front of me, of course I'm not gonna think that like this is a person that I should trust or think has like something of like an import for me to listen to. You need to stop because you keep digging this hole. The hole's only getting deeper. If you keep going, you're gonna end up in China. Everybody, including those who have the most interest in you being like having a positive experience on the internet, is telling you to stop. Your friends, your therapists, all these people want you to stop. Everyone wants you to stop involved. The only people that's not doing it is you. You need to stop.
I know. Like I do know.
Are you opposed to taking medication for your OCD?
Oh my god. No, I'm not opposed to it.
I don't understand if it's adversely affecting your life this much. I don't know why you haven't considered it at this point.
I mean, it's never really I've never really been under like this much stress before. Like I literally lose hair, dude. My hair comes out in clumps. That's how much this stresses me out. I'm literally losing hair. That's why I have a VTuber avatar now. Like my hair comes out in clumps.
Can I actually
you're
suggest?
bringing all of this
I'm gonna
onto
suggest
yourself.
something, okay?
How are
I-
you blaming me?
Anna,
You're not going to take any
Anna.
responsibility, Destiny.
Anna.
Nope.
So I don't know what your healthcare plan is, right? Now I've spent time in a mental ward before, right? They put the little blue socks on me with little sticky things at the end. It was not a great experience because I don't think I should have been there for what was going on. But there were certain things that I benefited from it. For one thing, I got to be along with my thoughts, and it got me away from the internet, and it got me the assistance of medical professionals. Okay? And so if it is this difficult for you to remove yourself from the internet, and you're talking about it's getting to the point where you actually feel like harming yourself, then you
I never
need to...
said harming myself. I said I don't feel interest in life. That's different.
Didn't you say something about you were considering suicide at one point? Or it was pushing you towards suicide? Suicide...
I mean, the harassment sometimes makes me think like
And
certain thoughts.
yeah,
like, man,
and
it'd
if
be
that's the
easier.
case, you need to
That's
get
not
away
being
from a
suicidal.
computer. And if you cannot remove yourself from a computer, then the best thing you could possibly do at this moment is, if you're putting yourself in a place where you're being put in that mind space, is to call 911, tell them you're having like a mental breakdown or mental problems or all this shit, and go into a mental ward. Maybe not 911. There's other ways. I would say check yourself in. That's the best way to do it, because if the cops do it, then there's going to be like some mandatory stay time. But like the blue socks might actually be an option here.
Yeah, I'm not suicidal.
You said you were suicidal on stream.
You did say you were
No,
suicidal.
I didn't.
You wait, Anna. Are you sure you didn't literally say that you were feeling suicidal?
Oh wait,
Do we
maybe
have
I
to
did
bring-
say that.
What?
Oh fuck, maybe I did say that. If I did, maybe I did say feeling suicidal. When was that though?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Maybe you said it. Maybe you didn't. Did you?
I saw the clip. You
I
said it.
know. I was trying to
Okay,
tell.
well, fuck. Half the
And it
time
doesn't
I don't
even need
remember
to
what
be
I
that.
fucking
It
say.
could
You know?
be. It could maybe be like, I don't know, if staying with a friend away from the computer, unplugging the computer, putting it in a box, right? If like the blue socks is way too far, right? It could be a lot of things to get yourself off the internet. Just stay off of it for like a month. And then when you re-engage, just commit yourself to not doing it. And if you're fine with force raiding, maybe you can tell Merle that if you ever bring up Destiny, force raid. If like there's a bunch of things you could do to probably like permanently get you away from this. I just don't know, like, do you want to get away from this permanently? Like permanently remove yourself? Because you know Destiny's not going to retract everything and say, I'm sorry, I was an abuser. That's not going to happen. And nobody believes you. So the best thing you can do for your own, like, protection is to completely disengage. Blue socks or none.
I mean, when you say nobody believes me, it's like, well, how do you think that, like, how am I supposed to react to that? It's like, dude, I'm like, if I don't know what the fuck, like, reality is, like, that's
Anna,
pretty
you-
fucked up.
Then
Like, and
I'm
I
not-
don't
no
like
one
how
has
you're
gaslit
trying
you,
to,
Anna.
like, I
Anna,
don't like
who do
how
you
you're
think
trying to, like,
reality is being
gaslight me.
undermined more when you constantly say to me, like, oh, I didn't say that. Oh, I did. Oh, maybe I said that. Hee hee. Oh, maybe I did do that. Oh, ha, ha. Oh, maybe I did say that. Like, if anybody's
I've only done
gaslighting
that a
anybody
few
here-
times.
a bunch of
No,
times in
you've
this
done it
discussion,
over and
it's happened in
over
this
again.
discussion, and
Yeah.
we've been
But
talking
I
for like
will
an hour.
say,
If
but I will
anybody
say,
is
like, okay, wait,
gaslighting
maybe I did say
anybody,
that.
Anna, you're the one that's gaslighting me, trying to convince me that you haven't said the things that you've said. You do
No,
this
because
constantly.
do you want the definition of gaslighting from
I
a
don't
therapist?
even know what it means
Because
to groom. Why would I trust you for a definition on anything?
gaslighting is when you try and convince someone that they're crazy and that their judgment of the world is not reliable, and that's all you've done to me.
That's what you've done. No, I'm doing it to you by pointing out that the things you're saying are clearly lies by showing you clips, and you're saying, "Well, I
Because
didn't
they're
mean
not
that."
lies, and that's why you're trying to gaslight me. And you're trying to tell me I wasn't abused, like I don't know what abuse is. And just like when you try and convince me that I don't know what's, like, I misuse psychology terms. Why did any of my professors say that? Why don't they say that?
And I think they
Yeah,
probably do,
because
but you
you're
just
abusive.
selectively listen. If you want to
No, that's
here's
not
the deal.
what the issue is. You're still fucking abusing me by trying to convince me that, oh, now I just like hear things selectively. No, dude, sometimes, you know, it's normal when
You
like
do, though.
you're extremely emotional that like you sometimes forget things you said. Like that's normal. I don't remember half the shit that happens. Like
You
over
did
the
that
week.
with the
Anna,
you did that with the
not
condom
remembering
stuff
half
though.
the shit you say, that's not normal. That's a problem. You might have a thyroid problem or something, or there might be early onset something you need to get checked out. Like, that is absolutely not normal.
Then why hasn't it come up in any like? I mean, wouldn't. Also, I don't. It's not just stuff I say. I half the time I don't remember what other people say to me too. Like I forget things. Like so. I mean, it's
think-
not
does
like
that
it's
really-
purposeful.
Do you think that's a normal thing for like a 30-year-old person to experience?
I mean, I don't know. Like people kind of forget,
Imagine
like,
you're in
exact
a
words,
psych
but,
class
like,
and you're reading a
people-
case study and they say,
people-
well, now you have somebody, they're presenting to you at a therapeutic setting or whatever, and they're saying something like, oh, like I am 30 years old and I don't remember a lot of what people say to me or a lot of what I say. Would they say, "Oh yeah, this is like clinically normal. This is within
Yeah,
the
but like
normal"?
certain words or whatever though.
What do you
Like
mean?
exact words that are used and stuff. Like I don't
No,
always
it's not about
remember.
exact words. You're lying.
What?
I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh my god, again, accusing me of lying. It is about exact words though. It usually is about exact
It's
words. Like if
not
I
about
did use
exact
this
words.
word
It's
or
about a
whatever.
characterization that you've made. I don't care what the exact words are.
What characterization?
Characterization that I was pressuring you sexually to do something you weren't comfortable with.
Oh my god. That's not what it was though.
That's absolutely what it was.
No, I mean that's not accurate. And then I don't know. I didn't mean to like present it like that.
That's great that you didn't mean to, but you did.
Yeah, and I admitted that I shouldn't have done that.
Okay? Who cares? Only that was only after I called you out for it.
I mean, nobody else said anything. Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean nobody said anything? Why do you think I responded to it? It's because I got all the clips linked to me. People saying about like, why are you pressuring people into not having safe sex? Why are you pressuring people into not using condoms?
Oh, bullshit. Nobody believes me.
Well, now they don't, because I've done a good job at undermining you, which is part of my
Yeah, which is what
mission
you
here.
intended to do.
Yeah, because
the
you're
very
insane. Of
beginning.
course I'm going to try to undermine you. I can't have people thinking that you're a sane person when you're not. You're clearly fucking off your rocker.
Wow, so you just like admitted it that you don't want people to believe. Yeah, that's what abusers do. That's literally textbook abuse.
No,
They
that's
try
what
and
sane
undermine
people
their
do when crazy
abuse
people are trying to make
victim.
accusations at them.
Anna, if somebody came to me and said that, oh, it looks like Dylan could have been grooming the streamer, or Dylan was abusing me, or Dylan did this, Dylan did that, I would have a very similar reaction.
I mean, like, literally, the behavior is like textbook emotional abuse, though.
Do you ever think it's weird that like you can't have a human conversation about how you feel, but you keep trying to allude to like the literature or a paper or a study? Do you think that that's a little bit unhealthy?
I just try and be accurate.
But it's not accurate. How many times do you have
Yes,
to
it
correct people
is.
like, oh no, I meant subclinical. Oh no, I'm not pathologizing. Oh no, that's not a diagnosis.
I
Oh
don't
no,
know,
like
because for
it's
some weird reason, I don't understand why people think that when you use the term like narcissistic behaviors, they're like, oh, you're diagnosing. It's fucking weird and it's so strange.
you
It's
don't think
like,
that's like a super normal human thing that when you hear somebody throwing around words like that who claims that they are a trained, licensed therapeutic
everybody
person?
I know in real life understands the difference between clinical and
Wait,
subclinical.
wait. People you know in real life. You mean other people that you go to school with in your programs? Do you think that's going to be the normal type of person you're going to
But I
interact
know
with?
people who are in political science, PhD programs and stuff, and they understand that.
Oh, so that's your basis. It's people that are in political science PhD programs, and then
Well, I'm
people in
saying
your
not
psychology.
everybody. I'm saying not everybody I know is in like like psychology programs. I'm saying. I mean, my
Okay,
best
what
friend
about
is a
like
veterinarian. She's a
normal human
doctor.
beings? What about just normal humans that aren't PhDs or aren't studying psychology?
You mean like people not in college?
Or people that didn't take PhD, like an engineer?
Yeah. I mean, I know some people like that. And then I just explained to them like, oh, there's a difference between subclinical and clinical narcissism, and
You
they
don't think that
understand.
there's like, you don't think that it might be a little bit irresponsible to constantly allude to your educational background and then constantly, if you find that you're having to correct people all the time about their understanding of these words, don't you think that maybe you're using them in an improper manner, or
I
you're
don't
leading people
allude to my educational background. I just cite research. And I mean, you're
No, you
supposed to
don't
cite
cite research. No,
research.
first of all, hold on. You don't cite research ever. I don't know if you've ever read research before, to be honest, even in
Yes,
a classroom setting. You don't.
Okay,
You
what
don't.
the fuck? Yes, I do. I literally like engage with it all the time.
What
I'm
was the
always
last
writing
study? What was the
papers.
last study you cited on stream?
It was about the dark triad and morals, like utilitarianism and deontology.
Who was it by?
I don't remember. I have to go look.
You don't have to. You don't learn authors. You don't know any major publishers in your field of psychology.
Paul Hoos,
Okay.
Dr.
You
Paul
got it.
Hoos.
When you are having
Hair
arguments,
psychopathy checklist revised. All
yeah, when you
Again, for those who don't want me to cover this, you can just step back in later, okay? I don't make my content to appeal to every single one of you, okay? And I'm sorry. I mean, it's just it is what it is.
Okay, but it doesn't matter because here, just because the psychologists who write those articles, they're summing up the research. So, and like they usually cite a lot of the research in their articles when they're writing about it. So like, I mean, I think that's enough. Like I don't just cite like random schmucks who are like just like, I don't know, like I have my bachelor's in psych. No, like they're either a licensed professional
curd is
or
a curd.
they're a doctorate. I mean, I try to be responsible by, like, that's how and like you try and tell me that I'm being manipulative by being responsible by like citing psychologists and articles and stuff. And it's weird. It's like, this is being responsible.
No, because you're not capable of having a human conversation about a certain interaction. Instead,
We've
all
had
you're doing
tons
is
of
you are,
them.
no, even in our personal arguments, you're linking so many articles to try to prove that you're right about something rather than
Dude,
like
no, it's
expressing.
not that. I mean, just because you
Wait,
perceive
Anna,
it as
there are
that.
literally clips of me challenging something, and you go, "This is why I linked you those articles." Normal people don't argue that way.
Yeah, I'm not trying to argue. It's that like you would try and make me feel like I'm crazy and I'd be like, "Well, wait, here, it says it here." Even like the one about stonewalling, I was like, "Well, wait, I do know what stonewalling is. This is what I mean." Like why
So, no, random people.
It's not to win a fucking argument. I never look at This is you projecting onto me, okay? Maybe you look at arguments as like win-lose, but I don't. When I look at arguments, I'm trying to like resolve conflict and like have understanding. And it like if it increases understanding between us to like link an article for you to like understand better, then why wouldn't I? That's the goal. Is to increase understanding.
Because you're not trying to use an article to increase understanding. You're trying to use it as a show of authority.
Okay, what the fuck? This is you perceiving it that way, and that's not what it is. What the fuck? Why would you perceive it that way? That's so weird. That's so weird.
Do you think that if we were to poll the average human population and we were to say, if you got into an argument with a psychologist friend and they started to cite articles at you, would you feel like they were trying to use their education to win an argument or to resolve a personal dispute? Do you think most people would agree that, yeah, that sounds like that's what's going on?
No, I don't think most people would agree.
Okay. I will bet you any amount of money on that you're dead wrong. And I think that if you really want to be a therapist, and that's the point of you should learn about how normal human beings think.
This is part of the emotional abuse, by the way, of you trying to constantly criticize the way I try and communicate. How about this? Why don't you just accept that it's okay the way I try and communicate, and it's okay the way you try and communicate, instead of trying to fucking, like, berate me for the way I communicate.
Well, but you've admitted in this conversation they have communication problems. Like, for example, the pressuring instead of convincing when it came to the condom.
Yes, when I get emotional, I am really not good with communicating.
And
I get really emotional.
But you seem to do that on stream a lot.
Lately.
Lately, as in like the past.
This has been going over for like
months?
1 to 2 years. This has been going on for a while.
Yeah, a year and a half. Yeah, I know.
Anna, let me ask you a question. So, out of the people who say that you're right on all this Destiny stuff, because I know there's a few, do any of them, do they always seem to be people that don't have a good relationship with Destiny? Like,
No.
like for example, so it's not like Bad Bunny then. Bad Bunny doesn't think.
I mean, even she said that I should stop streaming about it.
But does she think you're right though? And if Bad Bunny's saying you should stop streaming about it, that says something. But what is she? She thinks you're in the right?
Well, it's that she showed empathy because she's a kind person.
What I'm trying to get at is I think that the people who probably online of any import that probably think you're actually in the right on all of this, right? They're not going to say it publicly because they know that that's not something that can uphold public scrutiny. But also, number two, they seem to always be people that have a problem with Destiny. Almost
Not all of them, no. A lot of them actually are like, they basically are like, well, I like Destiny and I like you and I can understand both sides and I could see both sides.
Streamers. Or just talking about like random chatters. Because I'm talking about like
both. A little of both.
I can't imagine like there being a streamer actually who's both good with me, both good with Destiny and you, who steps back and sees the situation. It's like, oh, okay.
understand how scary it is from my perspective when you're on stream literally saying like, I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. Nothing's ever gonna stop me. Do you think it sounds like a little bit frightening to me?
Why would it be frightening when it's like I'm saying I'm never gonna stop like defending myself against against like the false accusations?
Because we disagree on the fact of the matters related to these things. So it basically seems like you are forever going to live a life where you're just constantly trying to prove your case. So you're always going to keep going.
How on earth do you think I'm stalking you? What the fuck?
When you constantly talk about me, when you're
How's
bringing
that
up clips,
stalking?
because I don't want you to talk about me anymore. I want you to move on and live.
And
a
I
happy
don't
life.
talk about you. I talk about like the false accusations and how this is impacting me.
And you call him an
And like
abuser.
how yes, because he abused me.
Here's another question. Didn't you, is it true, Destiny, is it true or not true? I'm foggy on this one. That you blocked her on like one social media platform. And then so she would just go to a separate social media platform, try to communicate with you on there. Then you'd block her there and then she'd go to another one. Is that true?
Yeah, we did this from Discord and then on Instagram.
Oh, you're not
and
gonna
then
be
Twitter.
manipulative about this shit. Oh no. Here,
How is
let's
how is
actually
bringing
get
it
the
up
facts
being
right.
manipulative?
Because you're literally ignoring like all the other facts. Here, let's actually bring up the facts. Okay. So he blocks me because we have a fight. And then he goes immediately after blocking me and he starts leaking our personal DMs. And Melina goes and threatens to try and because people like sent me these like screenshots of this shit and it was really scary.
Why did
because
anything get leaked initially, Anna? Why was I having to leak stuff?
why? Oh no! You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna pull this shit because
Well,
this,
what did I initially leak?
Stop
immediately
saying no.
after-
Just say it.
Yeah, just say it. What did I initially
Because
leak?
he's lying. Because he's lying. He initially leaked like because he was really pissed at me when we had like a fight, and then he leaked this shit, and he leaked like a bunch of other personal things, and then I see Melina say that like, why don't we just let's all try and get her fired? Like I hate her so much, blah blah blah, and then like people are sending me this, and I'm like freaking out because I'm like, holy shit, and then like I hear that he's calling me crazy on stream and shit, and like I was trying
why can't
so
you answer
hard.
the question about what I initially leaked and why you think I leaked it?
Because you leaked it in order to purposefully get people to harass me, which it worked.
What did
You
I initially
purposefully
what did I initially leak? What was like the first thing that I leaked?
Okay, why are you trying to justify like just because I like said a really like mean thing? Why does that mean that like I deserve to be abused and harassed though by your community? Like that's not
What did you
okay.
say?
Like you knew. Wait. Why are you trying to justify my abuse?
I'm asking you, what
the
did you
fuck?
say?
Oh, I said he wasn't a victim.
It's a little ironic given the conversation, wasn't it?
Yes, I understand. Okay, yes, I get it was wrong, but that doesn't justify you doing all this shit against me, though. Like, that doesn't make it right for you to, like, get DGG all riled up and to harass me, because that's what you purposefully did.
I don't think
And I
anybody
was, like,
riled up
desperate.
to harass you. I think
They
most people wouldn't
did!
care. It's
Yes,
that
they
you
no,
constantly
they
bring it up
absolutely
over
no.
and over
Don't even
again.
try it. Don't try this. Don't because I remember this time period. It was a living hell for me. I literally remember like not being able to sleep and like waking up like oh god, what else is leaked? Oh god, what else is leaked? Like more personal
If you were
shit.
so worried about it, then why wouldn't you
That's
just
why I freaking had to DM you.
Wait.
Why do you think I was like so crazy during this period?
Why not? Because you're always crazy. I just bring it out of you better, okay?
A curd
Why wouldn't you
is a
just
curd.
stop talking about me completely and then just let it go? It's not like I'm gonna be random like,
Because
hey guys.
I wasn't talking about you, dude. I wasn't. You were pissed at me because of our fucking argument or whatever in the DMs, and you leaked it to be
curd is a curd.
vindictive and to hurt me because you were pissed at me. And yes, I know, I understand that I shouldn't have said that, but still, like, and I didn't think it was gonna stop. And Melina was saying that you were gonna try, and you laughed when she said that. You
A
fucking
curd
laughed
is a
when she
curd.
said, "Let's all try and get her fired."
Yeah, because you should not be a therapist. It would be like a crime against humanity. You would have an unprecedented.
Well, you
clearance
should
rate
not
of
be
suicide.
then that means I can say you should not be a.
A curd is a curd.
If you can say
Streamer,
that,
a husband, a what? A father?
if you can say that, if you
think
can
she was
say
gonna say
that, then I
father.
can say you should not be a. So you see the double standards here? You see how that's not okay to
Well,
do?
wouldn't you-
If
wait,
it's
what?
not
I don't
okay
care.
for me to say that, then it's not okay for you to say that.
Wait,
Do you
well,
see?
wouldn't you have to demonstrate why he would not be good at being said thing?
I
This
mean,
would be
no, it's just
like
not okay
hiring the
to
local
say.
arsonist to be a firefighter.
I mean,
Just
that's
say it.
just
Just
not
let
okay.
it rip. Yeah, just
Like,
go.
that's really
dig
not
into it.
okay to say, though. Like, even my own
What if I
therapist
have
has
a
said that's
genuine
not okay
concern?
to
What if I have a
say.
genuine concern for the well-being of people that might be
curd is a
subjected to your
curd.
conversations?
Do you not think that my psych advisors and my professors would pick up on that? We get evaluated literally at the end of every course. Like,
If
do you
you've made
really
it
not?
this far, honestly, I'm not sure.
A
It
curd.
doesn't
Wait,
seem
can I
like
say
it.
I'm actually unfamiliar with this
Again,
thing?
you're
Someone
being
just
abusive. Again, you're being abusive.
this is
By
not
trying to convince
abusive.
me.
What just happened?
Yes, it is, Dylan.
Ow.
Yes, it is. He's trying to convince me that I won't be a good therapist. That's
A curd
and
is a curd.
like
I don't think you want to hear my
he
opinion
thinks
on
he
that.
knows. He thinks he knows more than my professors and my own therapist and shit. Even my own therapist said that's not okay to say. Come on, dude. If I said, "Oh, you shouldn't be a father," come on, you know that would be fucked up.
Well, it would be
That
fucked
would be
up,
super
yes.
fucked up.
But if you explain something like, "Hey, Destiny has a history with this, and this thing
Grooming
that are all
underage
terrible,"
women.
yeah. If you know what, if Destiny was grooming
Long distance
grooming
I don't
people and
think
stuff
so.
like that, if all
Yeah,
of
the
that
good
was
argument
true,
there.
then he wouldn't make a good father. But the problem is when you threw out that accusation, it just wasn't true, right? Also, I've never read these DMs before. I'm not familiar with this. Destiny or Anna, could either of you explain these DMs that were just sent to me? Choking out is like the #1 red flag for domestic abuse
Yeah,
victims
that's
to
the
get
fight.
out, and you dare call yourself a victim. You could have
Yeah, that's
killed
the
her.
fight.
You were never a victim, and you should have gone to jail for that.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was the fight.
The thing that really pisses me off about that one is I actually remember having to choke out the person who was abusing me.
Uh-oh,
Because
Dylan's an abuser too.
so
And
was,
I know someone who almost died from being choked out.
and I almost killed the guy who choked me out, but he was trying to kill me.
And call him an abuser, Anna. He probably is.
They were
No.
trying to kill me. That's why I was homeless, to be clear.
Okay, but was it a woman?
no,
Oh my
it was
God.
not a woman. I didn't consider that.
Were you bigger than the person? Couldn't you have retreated?
Actually, I was smaller.
You know
Dylan
that
got away with
this
this.
is
Anna,
not
take him
okay
out.
to like bring up past things to try and justify treating me
Well, I'm just
horribly
saying.
and
I'm
stuff.
saying that this isn't consistent, right? You just did. This isn't consistent logic. I would doubt you would apply this anywhere else. And it felt like you said like something terrible out of spite.
Wait, why do you think that?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Because you said that he isn't. That he dares
Because
call
he
himself a
joked,
victim.
because he jokes about it. He jokes about choking someone out.
Yeah, I would joke about the person who tried to kill me about choking them out too. I got the
Why would
rights
you
out of that.
joke ab-
How could you joke
Because
about that?
people
You're a
cope
fucking
in-
monster.
Because people cope about that in a lot of different ways, Anna.
Yeah, I mean, I get that logically. It's just it freaked me out at the time. But I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not excusing it. I said I
Anna,
was
you
wrong.
know that we've had two huge
like,
arguments
this
about this,
is
right?
the-
It wasn't just one. There was a second huge one we had about this too.
This is the thing. Like, it
Uh-huh.
doesn't mean that you have a right to like do all this other stuff against me. Like, that's not okay. That's an abusive like personality where you're like, you know what, you did something that really hurt me, so now I'm gonna like do all these things to like vindictive things to hurt you. Like, that's abuse. That's literally abuse. That's how abusers think. That like, nope, this bad thing justifies this other, like me hurting you in this way. Like, that's not okay.
True.
Like, you should have just kept it private. Like, you didn't have to get all these people like sick your fucking like unhinged like DGGers after me.
Based. Were these the first DMs leaked? I thought that we were leaking stuff before this.
No, there was like no, because there was like that first drama with the big drama stream you did about me that like sent me into a fucking panicking spiral.
Okay, so it sounds like these weren't actually the first ones that were leaked. That this we'd already.
No, they weren't. They weren't the first ones that were leaked. No. And then like I apologized for because that was fucked up to say that you weren't a victim. Like, obviously it's very fucked up to say. I wasn't in the right. I was in the wrong for saying that.
Do you feel like do you enjoy like when you have a lot of viewers when you're talking about it? Do you at least feel like you're getting some level of validation?
No, because most of them are hate followers.
But then why do you keep talking about it?
Also, Anna, did you
Wait, no,
have?
let me answer.
Okay, okay.
Her mind is chewing through that conundrum.
Because I keep thinking like I have to. It's the only way to make it stop. Like, I get convinced of it. And I've told you, like, I logically can understand that no, it's not gonna like help, but then like I get convinced that like wait, no, do have to, because if I don't, it'll never end and it'll keep going, and like I'll just keep getting harassed forever, and like
So what is the solution here? Because it seems like you're on the never-ending path right now. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we're gonna have this conversation again, probably multiple times for the next like 5 years. Is that the future you want? Do you want to be like? Do you want to be 36 years old arguing with me about something we
No,
did in
no,
2018?
no, I don't. Also, I don't like how on your stream you tried to like say that like I said that I wanted to still be friends with you or something. Like I don't, and I said that I don't.
Anna, you would
Why would I
absolutely
after
still be friends.
everything you've done to
Anna,
me?
you would absolutely still be friends with me.
Wow, I think that's your ego talking. Maybe tone it down a notch. Like honestly, you think you're so fucking great, but like
I am actually a little bit. Yeah, I think I am. But that's not really related to this. I'm just saying, regardless of that, like we're gonna be arguing about this for the next 5 years. Do you know that? Like people are gonna link this clip to you in our next argument 5 years from now, saying, "Wow, he was right. It was 5 years."
no, I don't. I want it to end.
Then stop.
But you're the one
You
making-
and him have made multiple agreements, like 6 times, to
Yeah.
stop talking about it. And every time you break the agreement,
Yeah, I know.
you gotta stop.
I'm in the wrong for that. I know.
And that's why this is happening right now.
Right now, we're living through
The whole
your
reason I'm
nightmare.
covering it is because you didn't follow it. You know how there's like people who was like born before the war in Afghanistan started were fighting it? That's what it's going to be like this. There were people who were going to be born before the Ana Destiny arc started fighting
God.
about it in comment sections if this keeps
True.
going.
Oh God. I really don't. Oh my God. That's a nightmare. That's a
Then
nightmare.
cast it. You got the ring. You got the ring. You're at the volcano. Throw it in.
Well,
So you're not going to retract those claims? I have
You
to
know
just
he's
accept
not
that you're
going to.
going
You shouldn't even
No.
ask. You know he's not. Why are you even asking? You know he isn't. You just gotta
Wait.
stop.
hold on. This is a fun game actually. Maybe I'll play one more time. Will you retract all the claims about me being an abuser?
Wait a second. Why would I do that when I have tons of evidence for it, though?
Okay,
Oh.
well, there we go.
But I do.
I
But
tried.
no
I
one-
literally went over it many times.
You ever feel that people will look at you the same way they look at like Chris Chan? Like just like a lolcow on the internet that exists to be a lolcow on the internet? Because that's what's happening, right? That's the reality of it.
Yeah, like people have told me, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's a real nightmare.
Yeah. And you're living it right now. You have the ring, just throw it into volcano, just stop engaging. And you know that you should.
Yeah,
You said
I do
it
know.
multiple times.
Right? Yeah, I know. Like,
Everybody around you wants you to. You're just not doing it.
At this point, if you continue to engage with it, I'm just making money off of you. I got 150,000 views on my last YouTube video. I am profiting from your suffering, from your agony. Don't you think that's
Wow.
maybe a good indicator that
I mean,
you should start?
That is true that ultimately, like for Destiny, right? If he can't like make you stop after making over 6 agreements, like there's not even a good reason for Destiny to agree to stop talking about it again because you never abide by them. So for legitimately, there'd be a good reason for Destiny to say, fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it forever. And just make money off of it. Just make videos out of it. If I've got to deal with all these accusations, might as well profit off of it. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, you were lucky you got it 2 days ago. And you just threw it away in less than 12 hours.
Yeah, it sucks because like I even knew he was like betting on it too. Like he was making a bet.
And you
like,
did
oh, how long will Anna last?
And you did it immediately.
Like
You're manipulating yourself.
You are manipulating yourself.
You know how actually like shocked people would be if you actually did it this time, or if you did
They
it
would
any
be-
time?
They
I would be
pogging.
shocked.
They would be pogging.
Everyone would be shocked.
Don't you want them to be pogging for you?
I'm sure there is not like everyone won't stop like doing the whole Twitter thing, and you got to block and ban some people. That's just how it is, right? Definitely if you go through some shit on the internet. But 95% of people would probably stop. Would probably stop engaging with you or messaging you, all those negative people, right? They'd probably stop. They probably would have no more reason to care because you're not associated with their favorite streamer on the internet, Destiny, right? They wouldn't give a fuck anymore. You're just some rando
so.
Stardew thing. And the people that don't, you block and you time out, you get rid of them. That's all you can do. But if you continue down this path, this is just you. You're just another Chris Chan.
Ugh. Oh god, that's such a nightmare. Oh my god, that's a nightmare. I know I have to stop. Yes, I know. It's just like, you know, I obviously know that, like, even if I say, like, yes, let's do this agreement, like, obviously, I know you don't have any reason to believe me. Like, I am fully aware of that, okay? And it's just, you know, I don't have anything to say because I know.
So you just need to do it.
Yep. Yeah.
So how many hours this time, man? I think it's gonna be 6 hours or 7 hours before you're on stream again complaining about it. Wait, hold on. I got a question, okay? Because I watched your like patterns of behavior. Okay, do you not sleep, or what is your sleep like? Are you like on a biphasic schedule here? Do you sleep 4 hours, wake up, and then sleep for 4
Oh, my
hours?
sleep schedule's been fucked because this shit just loops around in my brain all the time.
Do you intentionally go live at some times to try to avoid your moderators force rating you? Be honest.
Few times it's maybe happened. Just a few times.
So bad.
I know. And then they wake up anyway, so it doesn't matter.
How do they wake up? Do they have an alarm set?
You remind me of I grew up with somebody who was an alcoholic. You remind me of an alcoholic finding ways to get to the bottle.
It's interesting because my mods think that too, because they're like, you always say one more time, one more stream, just one more stream. Anna, you always say just one more stream. Oh god, I do sound like an addict. Holy shit.
Yeah. And how do you treat addiction?
Well,
Is it through
one way
continuing-
is cold turkey. One way is going cold turkey.
I think
You don't feed it.
that's definitely something you don't do. The last thing I would offer an alcoholic is a bunch of alcohol.
Yeah.
So what would be the best thing for an
My
addict
regular
to do?
viewers don't even watch me anymore because they're like, I don't want to enable this. They don't even
You've
watch
pushed them away. They don't want to
Yeah, I
watch it.
know.
They want to watch
It's so
Stardew
tough.
or you talk about some cutesy stuff or you being on some
know.
panel. And that's
It's
not what
super
your
tough.
content is. I don't know you for Stardew Valley. I don't know you for these. I only know you for being an addict. And your addiction is talking about Destiny.
Well, to be fair, it's not just like talking about him, but more so
It's also
talking
crying about him, yelling about
Yeah.
him, like everything about him.
about the things, yeah, about the shit that, yeah.
Do you think your therapist would say that you should feed into addiction?
No, I mean, she tells me to avoid the negativity and like try and distract with other things.
Do you
Which
think
is
there's
what I
any?
try to do.
Do you think there's anybody in your life that would tell you to feed into an addiction?
No, only like the weird drama frogs who like get off on this shit.
Of course, but you wouldn't want to be like, you wouldn't want to help them. You wouldn't want to make their day. They hate
Well,
you.
no, they're kind of dark triad, so yeah.
Yeah, those dark triad people want to see you cry. They want to see you freak out. That's what they want, and you give it to them every single day of the
know.
week.
I know.
You know, there's a reality somewhere, like a perio reality, where people don't know you for
Occurred
this, and they
is
know you
occurred.
for like Stardew Valley
Have them sign a
streams.
mutual NDA
And your
at this
most
point,
like
Omegalol.
your most like viewed clips are like you finding an amazing Stardew Valley item and like playing with your friends and having a good time. But in this reality, what are all your most viewed clips? Are any of them not to do with Destiny?
No,
But-
and that's what I was just saying the other day. I was like, why can't like my cutesy clips go viral? Why is it
Because
always about
nobody
drama?
cares, because this is what you do. You haven't
Yeah.
built that community. That community, any community that was interested in you playing Stardew Valley is fucking gone. You gotta get them back.
Yeah, I know.
And you're not getting them back right now. If someone was to tune into my stream or any of my viewers were thinking about watching your content, the thing that they would come away, the conclusion they'd come away from this is that you're obsessed with Destiny.
Yeah, I know, and I don't like that. I definitely don't want to give off that impression.
So how do you stop giving off that impression?
I mean, I have to stop.
Exactly. And if you don't, like, Destiny's just gonna make another video about it, and it's gonna continue to go down, and one day, 50 years from now, good people are gonna be like, oh, remember that locale Anna? Whatever happened to her? I bet she's still streaming about Destiny.
Oh, God.
That's what people are gonna think.
Oh, my God.
That's what I think currently about you.
Oh, God. Oh, God, that's bad. It's really bad.
It is.
You should try taking mushrooms sometime. Break the loop. Do some drugs. Do some LSD. Break free of your mind, because it's broken.
It's broken.
You
Okay.
know,
Wait, let's brainstorm for the next stream. So, you're gonna say that me and Dylan gaslit and manipulated you, right?
I have to stop though. Even
But
though I
you're
do
going
actually
to.
feel that way.
Are you
I do
really
actually
going
feel
to,
that way.
though?
It's gonna be 7 hours, right? You're gonna
No.
say that we manipulated you,
No, I
gaslit you.
can't. I can't. I have to stop it.
You're
I have
going to,
stop
though.
it.
You know, I want to believe you, but I don't. And I don't think anyone else does.
Well, why would you?
We have no
There's
reason to,
ethic-
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't believe me either.
You know what I would suggest? Not,
What?
of course, stepping away from streaming for a bit. Maybe
Yeah,
if you
I
come
plan
back,
to.
you plan to, you just have to do it, right? Because I plan
Yeah.
on working out tomorrow. Whether I do it or not is up to a different thing, right?
Yep.
Up to my actual interest in doing it, how much I'm dedicated to do it. Starting's always the most difficult part. And once you get going for like a week or 2 weeks, then it gets easier and easier. Definitely as less people ask you about it. But maybe, if you ever do come back to streaming, you maybe should start for a bit, maybe on a separate platform. Because then maybe you'll be interacting with less people from Destiny's community, and like then maybe slowly you'd come back. There's a million different ways you can go about this, but you actually have to, I feel like, set down a game plan. Like, how are you going to stop doing this? Because I won't be super disappointed tomorrow when I see you streaming about this again. But there will be a slight bit of disappointment. Because I don't expect you to actually stop. But I would like you to.
That though you telling me that you're gonna feel disappointed in me, that actually is like the best fucking motivation. Holy fuck, I don't like disappointing people at all. That hurts bad. I don't know why, but it just does. So thank you for telling me that. I'll keep that in mind, and it will guilt me into enough to not doing it.
I'm telling you, the way you could make all of your community members that actually care about you the most, and all of you, probably your therapists and everyone, proud of you and think you did something really cool, would to actually be disengaging. Being like, I don't care what Destiny thinks about me. I don't care what a lot of these people think about me. What I care about is doing what I want to do on Twitch, doing what I want to do in my life, right? That would be the way to make everybody proud. I'm expecting the disappointment, Anna, but it'd be really cool if you didn't.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it for us, do it for Dev and Merle.
Oh my god. Well, can you at least stop with the conspiracy theories about Merle making alt accounts?
That was totally his account, Anna. Come on,
It's really not, though.
Anna.
You know,
Really?
if you need another love
Anna.
interest, I mean, Merle is like, you know.
Oh my god.
Anna, that account
I
is
already
definitely
have
there.
another date. I already have a date.
Wonderful.
Anna, be polyamorous, right? This is a great thing. It's all right. And then that way you'll be disappointing multiple people if you re-engage with the chain.
Did you not check the date that the account that account was made? It was made in like 2018. You could check the date on her account.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not do that? I'm just saying. It's shitty to like listen, Merle is an innocent bystander in all of this, okay? Like
Anna,
he,
I don't
he
want to
doesn't
get too into this.
he
but
doesn't
I have a
deserve
friend,
to like be thrown under the bus.
Anna, I've got a friend that works at Twitch, and I happen to know that the IP address for both those accounts is the same. So I know that it's Merle. I'm sorry.
It's
Okay.
not
Unless these two
though.
people live together.
Wait. Can I ask, why do you think it's not?
Because she's literally a person like that.
Have you ever seen a picture of her before?
Yes, I have.
Really?
She,
Does she
I
stream?
can't. No,
So
but
she
like
sent you a picture of herself? What?
no, like a profile picture I've seen. Like she changed her name and everything because she was getting like harassment because people thought that she was like me, like because they got like AnaVoir or like the name mixed up.
Okay.
She's really into surfing. She's
Have you
literally
ever-
just
she-
a normie.
Have you ever seen her stream or like do anything? Because I could send you a picture of just some
No.
random person. I could do an AI generated whatever, right?
No. But I mean,
Like, how actually confident are you that this is a separate person?
I
Like,
am 100%
what evidence? What
confident.
evidence do you have of that?
She doesn't even speak like Merle, and like she talks about surfing
Well,
all the time.
if I was trying to make a separate account and pretend it's a separate person, I wouldn't speak the exact same way, would I?
Okay. Well, listen. I've exhausted my mind here.
I just don't want her to get harassed because like that's not really right.
Yeah, but you had no problem rating it autistic destiny. You were using her as a pawn
Wait, what?
in your battle against my community.
No. Oh, this is the other thing you lied about. I already told you that my main reason for rating her was I thought she was like a victim of bullying or something. That was the main reason. And then you tried to say, "Oh no, it was to start drama." And I was like, "No, that was the added bonus of like pissing off DGG."
So, how about this? You know
How am
what?
I supposed to know? Like, it's like you think that I like follow your life around or something. I don't. Like, why would I
what?
want to make myself look like more of a stalker? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I had known that she was like a part of your community, I would not have raided her because I don't need any more. Like, I don't need like, I don't know. I don't need to like give people like perceived ammo or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I definitely wouldn't have done that.
Okay, so I feel like we've basically beat this to death.
Yep.
Now, this was your last hit of meth, okay?
Yep.
I will hope that this was your last puff, and now you gotta disengage. So you know what? This is what I'm gonna do, okay? Destiny,
Mhm.
if she, even though neither of us believes this is gonna happen, if she actually, and please don't disappoint me, okay?
Yeah.
If she actually makes a commitment to not talk about you again, okay? Even though I'm snorting cocaine right now, okay? Would you stop talking about her?
Yeah, of course.
Would you, delete all the hate Reddit threads and all that stuff?
If she can go 6 months, yeah, sure. I'll even take down the YouTube videos again.
You'll take down all the YouTube videos on her if she can do 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that deal.
You like that
Yeah,
deal?
We've made it before, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. I mean, I wish you would retract it, but I guess I'm not getting that.
It's never gonna
so-
happen, and I'm telling you right now, face to face, there is
There
no
might-
circumstance.
You know what? There might be a retraction. If you can go 6 months, okay? There might be a retraction.
Don't. Then this you should just set off a time bomb.
You're gonna toy with me like that?
If you can go 6 months, I'll retract, okay?
That's a really big.
That is the best deal you're ever gonna get, and if you give it
Okay,
up right now, you're
That's a
fucking.
really good deal. That's
Okay,
a really
accept
good
it.
deal.
Then accept it.
Okay, it needs to happen now. It really fucking needs
Then
to
accept
happen.
it, okay? Okay.
Yeah, I
Alright.
accept it.
This
It
is
really
this.
needs to
Let's not
happen
make
now.
this the Treaty of Versailles, okay? Let's have. Let's.
I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing.
Okay.
I love you,
the
Dylan.
treaty has
See you
been
later.
signed. See you later.
Anna,
Okay.
I'll catch your stream in 7 hours. Good luck, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Anna, please don't
Okay.
disappoint me, okay?
Oh God,
I'm expecting it, but don't do
it.
Please don't. Please don't.
I really have to now. I really.
You have
really
to. You're never gonna
to.
get a deal that good again. If you mess it up now, you're fucked forever.
I need to find some drugs or something in the meantime.
Yeah, get
I'm
like try
joking,
meth.
I'm
Try
joking, I'm
meth
joking.
instead, maybe. I don't know. Probably less harmful.
Well, thank you for talking, like having me on at least. I'm sorry, that thing has got a little bit aggressive there.
I have zero hatred for you, Anna. You just need to stop talking about Destiny, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Everybody watching this also is
Look,
saw.
okay?
Saw my agreement.
Okay? I'm gonna tell my viewers, if in 6 months you haven't talked about Destiny, I want them all to become dedicated Anna viewers to watch your Stardew stuff, okay?
Okay.
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 Make this a history-changing moment and a point of personal development. Don't make this just another chapter where in 12 hours we're all like, we all knew she was never gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting and preparing for, Anna.
Yeah. I'll disappoint chat also. I don't like disappointing people. Okay. Thank you though
This is
for
better
letting me
than a
talk.
wrestling
Okay.
storyline.
You have a good one, okay?
Okay. Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.